All right, I think we're good. Okay, let's see. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. Okay, yes, here we go. Yes, so please let me know if the audio is fine. That's the first thing I ask always, because sometimes there's kinks to it. Especially that one time where My mic was connected to the wrong one. So welcome everyone. As always, I am joined with Voir and Unnamed, my two very special guests. And yeah, today we're going to be reacting to our old theories. Very, very exciting. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen now.
We're going to be working with some real cringe, guys.
Yes, but of course, you know, if you guys want to introduce yourselves or say hi while I pull this up.
I mean, okay, we can. Might as well. Fiyuki, you go first.
Why are you going first?
Let's see. What am I saying? Hello, my name is Vrar. I'm very happy to be here.
Is that how you say your name?
YouTuber. Is it what?
Is that how you say your name? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
Is it Voir, right? Voir or?
Yeah, just Vrar.
Okay.
I've always said Vrar.
Yeah, and I love that.
Oh God!
I was like, right,
sorry, I'm saying it wrong.
It doesn't matter at all.
Why didn't you correct me?
Because it's technically correct, and I liked it.
Fair enough. All right, I'll stick with VR then.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Unnamed Security Guard. I make videos sometimes, and I'm trying very hard to make a big one right now. Please be patient with me.
Yes, that will be coming soon, hopefully.
Edwin Murray is William Afton.
Oh yeah, King Sticker.
Yeah. So yes, we'll be reacting to old theories of ours that we deem are pretty wrong by now. So here's a special wheel. We got Music Man from Voir. We have Secret of the Mimic teasers from Unnamed. William is Edwin, also from Unnamed. And then we have a Charlie theory, if you will, by Voir as well. And then I got my Secret of the Mimic predictions that were pretty wrong, I think. I'm pretty sure they were wrong. And then who the player of Secret of the Mimic is, which is also wrong. But really quick, hello Mio, hello Jack the Guy Man, welcome. Hello Rain Do FNAF. And hello Aiden Hunts, hello. Hello O'Neill Sander, welcome. I'm sorry if I say anyone's name wrong. I always feel like I say it wrong, so I'm sorry. But welcome everyone. So here we go. First spin. I really hope it's not me because I don't. I hate the way my voice sounds back then. So we'll see. Okay, here we go. Spin the wheel. Right. Oh, it makes a little noise.
Show me the money.
Oh, William is Edwin. No. Okay. William is Edwin. Here we go.
No.
Hello, Narrow Raven. Welcome. My theories only got peakers. No, I'm sure I like your old theories. And I'm excited for February. Narrow's been teasing a big video for next month that has a whole team behind it. I saw on his post, so excited for that. But here we go. Unnamed is first. Hello, Angel B Studios. Hello. Here we go.
Please don't let mine be the last two.
I just heard, but I'm starting with King Stinker as
this is your first video. Oh, why did it bring me to? I guess
yeah, this is your first video. Very first video I did for last year.
That's awesome.
You guys can see it, right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
I still see the wheel.
Okay. Wait. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna put up on Discord. Okay, here we go. Now it should work for you guys. Okay, and then stream should see if good. Okay, perfect. So yes, this is Unnamed's very first video, which should be fun to watch. I have no idea how to copyright works, so I'm playing it safe. That is so fair. I remember you told me that. I like it. I like it a lot.
I totally forgot about that. Good God.
All right. Let me know if audio is fine on stream's end. I have it like a bit more than halfway, but I can lower it or make it higher. So here we go, guys. Ready? Anything you want to say real quick, Unnamed? Like anything you want to say about it before we jump into it?
Brace yourselves. Give me the appropriate level of abuse. I am improving. I promise.
There you go. Here we go.
Yep. As I sit here currently writing and eventually reading this script, I'm filled with ideas on how to open a video with such a bold claim. I would start by clarifying I have 0 qualifications on.
Also, let me know when you guys want me to stop it or anything like that.
Yeah. Being a YouTuber, video or audio editor, and
if you guys got any questions,
FNAF lore theorist in a long-established community of heavy hitters. I have only been a long-time fan of the fandom, so to speak, when it caught my attention many years ago when I was a security guard myself for a time.
Ooh.
I've not read the FNAF books myself and only caught snippets of them listening to other theories. I have, however, played the first few games myself and watched or read theories for many years now. I'm also compelled to make this theory video regardless, as I have a feeling nobody else will cover this, and if I'm even close to being correct, I should put this theory out there for others to hear and consider before the new game
I call
Secret of
relax
the
this,
Mimic
by the way.
releases next year.
Yeah, I was trying
I'm
to
sure
figure out a
the title has
style. I
grabbed a
still
few
am.
people's
No, it's really
attention
good, I
enough
like it.
to humor me. That
It's a
seems
lot
how
more
you're
serious.
supposed
Right, yeah.
to
God,
make a theory video.
I
from
was
what
so
can tell,
confident in this
so
theory.
Let me elaborate on that title. William Afton is Edwin. A thought I've not been able to get out of my head since thinking it. A thought that first popped up after watching both the dual process theory and GT Live's recent thoughts on Rye Toast's theory about Golden Freddy. A thought that turned
Mind you,
into
this is before the
question I
final
posed
trailer.
to you as you listened to me.
Okay, I see. So before that's a good point to make. Before final trailer statement, perfect.
Yeah, cut me a little slack. This is before the game.
Right, we're at the start of it. They're like Edwin Murray. That was rough. That was a rough
and
morning.
even the trailer we got with the van, this is before that too.
Really?
Yes.
So this is interesting. Okay. Wait, I see the exact date. This is October 20th. Yeah, 2024. Before even the Help Wanted updates. This is really, really early. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and all
Gotcha.
that too. So
Yeah.
I came up with all of this before all
At
of
its
that.
time, this was peak.
Right, yeah, this was and this was honestly something I most
me a
likely
little
agreed in. No, yeah, I didn't think Edwin existed until Help Wanted to update, and then even then I was like, I don't know.
I mean, I go
Go on
into
for
it.
the rest of it.
It's weird how they decided to advertise this game.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Video. What if Edwin in the books was meant to be a stand-in for William, not Henry? What sounded preposterous at first has led me down a rabbit hole trying to find something to outright disprove this as impossible, but continually coming up short. In which I might clarify, this is less of a quote-unquote very well researched for weeks theory and more of a question or call for some of the lore sleuths in the community to correct me on this theory before the new game drops. Because if I am right, this would have major implications for Jackie, William, and Charlie's death
Jackie.
that we would need to consider going forward.
Yeah, remember
But
when we thought she
before
was
we
going to
go
be a big
forward,
character?
Oh yeah,
I
main,
would like to
main
reiterate
character.
that this is just a theory. I'm not saying that
Okay.
anything I
Right?
say that follows is 100% fact, nor am I attempting to completely exonerate William of his genuinely heinous later actions.
Truth.
I just thought I would share how I myself now look at the story going forward until clarified by the next game or something being pointed out to me that makes this theory impossible. So to go forward, I would like to open the theory with a saying to help set the tone.
Okay.
The path to hell is paved with good intentions. This thought first entered my head upon realizing that in the games, we do not know definitively who bought out and joined who in the very beginning of this franchise. In the books, it's been assumed it is Henry via the character.
Sorry, real quick. I just want to say we still don't really know, right? I feel like we got a lot more
far as
context,
I'm
but,
aware.
like, right? Like, but the very, very beginning, like who joined who or what that looks like. I know game theory
And, like,
is very popular, where it's like the two sides, like Chica, and then they join,
Right.
which I like a lot. But
And-
yeah,
and
still nothing.
That's what I'm basing my timeline on, and it's
Mhm.
like, like even like before that, like something like working on the timeline, I've had to ask myself, like, is something game theory proposed in their ultimate timeline of like, did Will it be, and like they even kind of leave it open ended, like they present it as like, oh, William was just a kid and he saw the Fredbear singing show in the 30s. Or like the other people think like maybe he did it himself. Like, did William start Fredbear's or not? Like even that we have
Right,
no
yeah.
idea. And like I'm like you, like I definitely lean more towards saying that the Ultimate Timeline is still largely good, despite what some people want to say. Like I think most of it's still correct, mostly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I wish we would get more of an answer on that, like filling out like this earliest in the timeline stuff to kind of have a foundation to build off of. But again, this is FNAF, and we're probably not going to get that, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, yeah, I will say it's still a pretty solid idea. I think the only thing that for sure has been kind of not or disproven by now, or the mediocre abilities, since it's like, what is it, Stan's budget tech, and then we learn about that in Secret of the Mimic through that message, that it was actually 2 employees that kind of run off with it, right?
Yep.
Versus the original idea from game theory was that they might have been like Henry's knockoffs before he joined. So
Yes.
that is the only thing that I would say now we have some answer, but still, the very, very beginning, nothing. And then Fall Festival, so where that falls into it, nothing either.
Which it had big implications because that was the basis for them saying like that's how their rivalry started, and
Yes,
because
exactly.
like it was similar to his hinge jaw design and whatnot, and it,
Yeah.
like if he's not doing this, to be fair, it also kind of makes it more likely he might be running another restaurant right now. But yeah, like like how much things can change in just a couple of years in one game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But largely, and again, this is just my opinion, but again, some dates are wrong, some things are wrong, but as a very general guideline, I still believe the bulk of the Ultimate Timeline, believe it or not.
No, it's fair. No, I get it. And I agree. I think if it were to be updated, a good amount of it would change, but at the same time, you could cater it to the modern lore or whatever. So it could still easily
Right.
work. Perfect.
The major plot
Edwin.
points
Oh,
are still
sorry.
the same.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah, it was just the closing thing, yeah.
No, you're good.
But what if Edwin is supposed to represent William, and his story is what began his descent into madness? To briefly recap,
Remember that?
Edwin is working at a factory he bought to continue producing his robotic vacuum cleaners when, after slipping sales, he sells the company to Fazbear Enterprises. Not long after, they have him working on endoskeletons to modify them for mascot costumes Fazbear sends him to then turn into animatronics. As Edwin is becoming even more busy than before, he creates an endoskeleton that will mimic his son to keep him entertained while Edwin focuses on work. After his son is killed by a white van after running into the street for his ball,
Not a little
Edwin is
care.
overwhelmed and consumed by grief. The mimic continues to mimic his son, and in a fit of rage and overwhelming grief, he beats the mimic with a rod until he no longer has the strength to do so, pouring
Little
his
care.
agony into the mimic
Hello, Ali
as
Giza.
he does so. Now, you might see where I'm going with this idea from the last sentence there. There are definitely more than a few instances of characters in agony in the books, to my understanding. But this is definitely one of, if not the, most well-known example of someone in agony pouring it into an object. All of
True,
this
true.
exposition done,
The wording was
we now
always so
arrive
weird
at
to
my
me.
theory. William did not kill Charlie. The mimic did after he poured his agony
Yep.
into it.
Whoa.
After the death of Dave, or
Mind you, this is before
Crime
everything.
Child.
Don't kill me.
I can imagine I may have
Interesting.
passed your suspension of disbelief, but allow me to explain my thinking here, as I've tried very hard for days trying to get this thought out of my head, to find something definitive that would make a parallel between William and Edwin impossible. But after all the reading I have done since, I can find no major contradictions that would prevent them from being connected. I will, however, explain a few of the minor inconsistencies between the two, or, at least in my opinion, how I believe these two are meant to be not perfect, but warped mirrors of each other. The first being their children. Edwin, in the books, has only one child. David, while William, in the games, has Michael, his oldest son, Elizabeth, his favorite daughter, and Dave, his youngest son, known as the Crying Child. While this would be a pretty major contradiction on its own, nothing in this franchise between mediums is exactly one for one.
True.
Take Vanessa in the movie. In the movie, she is William Afton's, or at least presumed until later movies possibly, only child. Or, in
Yeah.
the books such as
Whoa,
Tales
that's,
of the Pizzaplex series, having
unfortunately, now
characters
we have Michael
completely
Afton.
absent from the games, such as
I mean, hey,
VIP.
fortunately, if
Needless to
anything,
say-
I was glad to be wrong there.
Me too. I was excited. He was cool. Yeah, okay. That's crazy that this was even. Okay, wow.
While I am nowhere near as knowledgeable about the books, having, not read them, I continually get the impression from others that details
I wanna
between
see how
mediums
big I
are
can get without
rarely,
reading.
if ever, one for one.
Right until you have to cave
But
to him.
general story beats, scenarios,
I'm still
and
just so
characters
salty
stay
about that diner
largely
one
the same.
with the clock.
Oh yeah.
With all that being said, humor me as we at least assume the family setup between William and Henry are flipped between the Mimic story and the games, in that William in the games does have his 3 children and Henry his 1, where here in the Mimic story, William has his 1 and Henry would presumably have the 3. Before we continue, I do understand how frustrating at times it can be to talk about the difference in character between these 2 men, as before any tragedy took place, very little separated them, even to the point of being described as looking similar, both having brilliant minds for business and robotics, and both sharing the tragic loss of children. I do have a little note here, because I
like
can't
the arm race
on the fly shoehorn this
on
in.
the little guy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna be a
I've written down a
VNG tuber
possible
like
note about how
VRAR,
both men poured
That's fine.
agony into objects over
and then I
these
immediately
deaths,
quit
so I mean,
this because I hate
I
editing.
can't 100% guarantee that the parallel exists there, but I thought I'd at least point this out. These men are fundamentally linked with each other, and the story going forward. You can hardly talk about one without mentioning the other. Now I'll try my best to explain my thoughts on Charlie's death, which, with this theory, I believe to be at the hands
So
of the
you know
Mimic.
I care about
The Mimic,
William Afton or
mimicking
something.
William's
Real.
frustrations towards Henry's negligent design. His resentment reaches a crescendo as he cries out. He wishes Henry would know his pain of losing a child to another's negligence. After the death of Dave, the crying child, William poured his agony into the Mimic by beating it with a metal rod, much like in the book. The Mimic, mimicking William now, drives to Fredbear's, kills Charlie
Mimic
by
driving?
beating
That'd
her
be
like William beat the
crazy.
Mimic, and drives off.
That'd
I mean,
be
we
cool.
see it in
It is
the
my
van.
theory that the events in the game.
That's true. Just imagine how crazy that'd be, though. That'd be terrifying.
I mean,
That's so true.
there might be other characters that are robots later in the timeline, so
This is also
maybe I
true.
don't know.
that's fair. Maybe Gregory and Sons. He drives decent enough.
Like you effectively make a self-driving robot, but that's just like a bonus feature, and not like how massive that would be in this universe. They just use it for these
Like taxi
endos.
drivers, like staff bots in that sense, where they're just
Yeah,
taxis
just making
everywhere,
like
yeah.
the stuff.
Or like,
Runs
or
from those
Fazbear
figures.
just keeps it all internal for like storage stuff, so they don't have to have employees do that. But like they
Right.
could, license it for self-driving cars. But like that
That's
thought is
interesting.
just
I like
funny
it.
to me.
Yeah, no, me too. I can imagine like, you like pull up to a light and then you just look to your side and like it's an endoskeleton. I think that's hilarious.
See the
I think that works.
mimic.
Yeah.
Just nod that you keeps driving.
pick up
Bronson
a
says, "For
DoorDash
you're a
order."
jinx for me. And there's just not know when I'm home all day. I hope nothing happens accident wise, because that still sucks. So careful, be safe. Let's see.
Ditto.
Did the mimic hit David too? LOL. Ooh, is that where you're going with this?
Ooh, you'll see.
Because that'd be cool. That'd be interesting. Angel B says that's interesting. You see, we're eating it up. I mean, if he can drive, right? Then why wouldn't he? Yeah, exactly. On our way home with hubby, 2 deer ran across the road. Oh my god. Yeah, that is really bad. Like, I'm sorry, and you're right. It does sound like every time I stream. So also blame these 2 guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but be careful. Yeah.
Sorry.
I've I don't know. It's like the meme where like the deer, they see like the huge car coming at them and they don't move.
I had a close call a couple months ago, and my mom has hit like 3
Really?
since she moved to Kentucky.
man.
Yeah, she's only been there a year.
A year? That's really bad.
Yes.
I have not hit one, luckily.
Oh god, I got very close, but thank God my brakes were good.
That's fair. Yeah. Var, you ever hit a deer? No.
Not as the driver, but like I've been there when we've hit.
Really? Oh man, that's crazy. Damn.
Ah, it sucks.
It was the mimic driving.
At least it didn't like go through the windshield or anything.
Right? Yeah, that's good. That's really good. If you could add or change anything about the games or books or movies, what would it be and why? Ooh, that's a really good question. Who
Everything
wants to
would be
answer that
VR.
first? That's how I like those. Yeah, or AR. We need AR, especially after doing this video. I'm like, AR is so cool. I'm so sad it's gone.
Seriously.
Name what would
Yeah.
you change about anything?
That's a good one. Bring back AR, like fill that out. I feel like we're missing pieces there. I don't know why, but my mind immediately jumps to Chica's Secret Party 2, if that was real, if it's not, but we
That's a
don't
good
know
one,
that
yeah.
yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to add some clarification on that. Like, adding the like really it's just the games because like just me I keep like a very solid line between each of them. Like I think they're separate and again you can borrow things, and again I know this is just how I see it, but like the games are a continuity, the
Yeah.
books are a continuity, the movies are a continuity,
Right.
maybe even Into the Pit is its own continuity, but they're all canon is kind of how I see it.
Okay.
um
Like
I
a
might be dead
one
wrong.
ultimate timeline type of thing.
It kind of like in the sense it's all in the FNAF universe. It's like remember what we talked about that one stream of like, oh, like do you think FNAF should reboot?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh well, wait a minute. If he just had separate continuities, he can have the best of both worlds and
Yeah.
avoid the problems of a hard reset.
That's true.
And that kind of seems to be what Scott's doing with the movies, how he's writing them.
Yeah.
Again, that's just my take. I might be dead wrong, but what is it? Yeah, those are just the two big ones. Like,
Nice. No, I agree. I like those a lot, especially Chica's
what
Party
about
World.
you, V?
Besides VR, anything else?
I want them to redo Security Breach.
That was actually gonna be my answer. Yeah, I want like the original
Yeah.
Security Breach. I wish we had that. That would have been so cool.
Like with
I
both
mean-
them and Scott on the same page, just like
No
re-release,
COVID
I
also.
won't even complain.
That would have been really, yeah.
If Scott agrees to keep the burn trap ending where he's coming out of the pod with the aerosolized remnant, I'm fine with a reboot.
I feel
I'm
like
just
I feel like
afraid
that'd be
he
the
would
one
click
thing.
on that.
Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna see Burn Trap like he wanted in the corner or something. So
You
I'm
know,
like,
like,
okay.
no, don't do that, Scott.
Yeah, I agree.
About this.
For me, just Security Breach and
yeah.
the box. I wish we had the box. So I wish the original time in the Halloween update was opened. Just because I really want to know what his original plan was. So that's for me too. Yeah. Let's see. True. I almost hit 3 and had to slam the brakes. Oh my god, like a whole herd. That sounds scary. Yeah. I live in northern central Indiana, not far from Michigan state line. Oh. Chica's secret party is real. I've played it. I hope you have footage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, if you do,
Show us a
upload it
recording.
somewhere, anywhere, and show me the box part specifically. That's the part I really need to know. Hello, the Guardians. Y3Z, welcome. Last stream on my way home with friend who did Instacart, and at 10:26 p.m., a deer hopped out in front of us. Stream in December with different friends, park driving. It was a hit and run. I remember that. That was really bad. Sorry. Yeah, but a lot of bad luck with us, guys. I'm sorry. We're not good luck when driving. I believe Lefty will be in the 3rd movie. That'd be cool. I think so. Like if Vanessa, is possessed and they somehow get Puppet out, then, and we kind of hear Henry already talking about he has technology to track them, so that would be cool. Some variation of Lefty or Lefty himself. That could be cool. But then that scares me because then it feels like we're not going all the way down to FNAF 6, if that makes sense. A game kind of like Sister Location, but explains the making of FNAF 6 Pizza Real. That'd be cool too. And those animatronics, I like that as well. You see, yeah, I think there's so many routes you could do. Not even like a reboot necessarily, but so many different routes, like with the earlier games as well, which I really like. And those, I will joke and tease about it. Obviously, I don't blame me. No, I got you. Don't worry, we're joking too. But still, nonetheless, it sucks. If you could write your own original FNAF book series, what would it be about? Would it be more supernatural like Fazbear Frights, or more sci-fi like Tales from the Pizzaplex? G James with banger questions. You guys want to answer that one first? It's a really good question.
That's a big one. I'd have to think about that.
Me too. War, you got anything off the bat?
There's like a ton of things I think would be cool.
Yeah.
I think just all of the other locations that are either vaguely mentioned or like
Yeah.
specifically mentioned. So like
Yeah.
I'd love a story about that specific day from another kid's point of view when Circus Baby killed Elizabeth.
Right.
That's what I was talking about with VRAR, is that's kind of the annoying part. Like, there's a period of time, what is it, after 83, but before, or potentially even after 87, there might be multiple Freddys open at the same time.
Ooh.
And we just don't know for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, from the looks of like what the company gets to by the time of 93 for FNAF 1, it seems like they're, broke, to put it bluntly. So I would doubt they'd have any other restaurants at that, but I don't know. But I mean, that's the annoying part, right? Of like
Yeah.
trying to like organize all that. But I mean, to answer your question, I don't know. Like, I kind of lean more supernatural. Like, I'm fine with the sci-fi stuff, and don't get me wrong. Like, Glitchtrap is great as a villain. I really love his design, but yeah, I don't know. I just like the supernatural stuff more and just exploring it a little bit more. 'Cause, like, I don't even. It's really just the books. Like, we've had Agony explored. Like,
Yeah.
there are characters that might be like Agony in the games, but it's like a might. Like, we don't know for sure, and we don't really know anything for sure. But just to see more of it, I guess, right? It's just my thought.
Nice. No, I like that a lot. Yeah, and even like a whole game could be done on that or something like that. So I agree. I like that a lot. We kind of talked about this a lot also, but I would do like a book series on the employees, like basically the Secret Artifact game coming out. I think just or like the public, like what did they all think about this? I always find that so interesting. I know we've talked a lot about it. Like what did they really know what was happening? Because if so many kids are missing, like what or what even the police think about it? Things like that. Where I think there's so much that could be done around it. Like or the employee, what did they think about the bunker or like those two employees? Like what if we had something with them and kind of their experience with that? I think that could be cool. And I guess a subtle way to give us some lore without just directly telling us. So yeah, good question.
That's why I named my channel Unnamed Security Guard, by the way, because I
Really?
was
See,
curious
that's awesome.
about those specific characters. Like, what are all the other employees at Fazbear thinking during the timeline?
Exactly.
Like, surely someone else like is vaguely putting the pieces together here. Like, I asked you two and chat, right? Like, if any of us were working at Freddy's, like for the MCI or like especially by the time of the DCI, like wouldn't you like just knowing like even just what was public information,
Right.
which is a lot less than we know, but even still, like I would think like some people would like at least piece it together a little quicker.
Yeah,
is,
or
like
just
my thing.
Or like how did they keep getting the funds to open up new locations if like people continue to disappear? I think that's always been insane. Or like the specifics like that, yeah.
Or it definitely by the time of Security Breach, I can't wait to like ask you
And
guys
the
about
billions
like
of dollars it cost for the Pizzaplex.
not just that, but like how did Vanny / Glitchtrap pull off the all staff meeting and getting rid of all those employees?
Right,
Like, what
yeah,
about
because
people that
there
are
is one
missing?
little message where they're like, yeah, the cops came, but I told them it was fine and they left. Like, that's it. I just, like, the best explanation is the cops are just super lazy in this universe, and that's that, because they don't help
Right,
at
but
all.
it's so blatant. Like, if it's
Yeah.
like, even if it's only like 30 employees left at the Pizzaplex, because again, only 30 for a building the size of the Pizzaplex
man,
would be like
yeah.
a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Like, but like if 30 people all disappeared at the same time, the same night, like, I feel that would raise some more red flags.
No,
but that's just me.
I agree.
I guess.
And I also just imagine that William used like money to pay them off. Honestly, I don't know why, but if it's like so successful where he has a bank, then he probably just slid like the chief like 100 or something, and then was like, hey, don't if you hear something, just move along. And I think that's what happened. And same thing, CEO, Miss Afton, whoever it is in the modern Pizzaplex, just paid off the people. Because again, there's no way. And Alibaba brings up a good point. I'd like to see the police explanation for never checking the animatronics, leaking blood and mucus, and for smelling bad. That's a really good point, because they don't, and that's never really. Because we only learned some like cops with the FNAF 1 stuff, but still, I don't know.
I touch on it in the timeline a little bit
Nice.
that I'm working on, but again, as with all of that, my caveat is like that's just my explanation. I've got no idea for sure.
Right,
but, like,
exactly. Or like in the FNAF movie, where like Vanny's the cop, and that's probably how they go around it, which could also work. But here really only have an inside cop person, so not as much.
Well, and presumably that's why William had her doing that, to kind of not only like
Yeah.
kind of watch and like gauge the guards he has there, but like keep any outside interest out, basically.
Right. It makes a lot of sense, and I wish we had some version of that in the games, but we don't really. So it's still kind of just up in the air. But
Yeah.
Glitch asks, which theory is this? Thank you, Var, for answering as well. This is Unnamed's first video ever. William Afton is Edwin.
Yeah, the worst one. We
Unfortunately,
had to
it's
start
wrong
with this one.
Yeah, we're for those who are new joining, we have a wheel here, and we're reacting to our old theories, and most of them were wrong. I think. Well, I don't know about theirs, but mine were wrong for sure. So
Mine
after
are.
this one, well, there you go. And after we finish this one, We'll spin the wheel, keep going. Also want to. Oh, that's mine. Where is it? Why did it open up this thing? Anyways, let's see where else. It would be cool if Vanny was obsessed with Afton and saw him like a god, or came across a statue of Springtrap with. Yes, I still like Cult of Afton from Game Theory.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know that would be so cool. Like just seeing.
God, I
yeah,
want to see that.
that'd be really cool. I like that a lot. Maybe I can still do it somehow. You know, like with new people like becoming Vannies. I don't know.
They can.
Right. I think so. Due to William offering employees franchise opportunities, they may have had some restaurants between post Secret Mimic and between. Yeah, yeah. Right. There's a huge missing period there where we have a bunch of locations that never were explained. Make a game on it. I say a game. If they want to go back, or if they really want OG games that bad, then that's the move. I personally like the FNAF 3 movie to adapt most elements from FNAF 3 itself and not have elements from. I agree. I think there should be a second trilogy. I know they've only talked about one, but there should totally be a second one to really flesh out everything. I don't think the 6 games could be done in 3, especially because we only have one left. So I agree. She looked at me like I was. Wait, I missed one. Just a random thing/thought. This probably will be 2-part message. Y'all hear about T-Dread's recent stream and whatnots about Guts Theory. Well, that night I brought it up to my oldest. She looked at me like I was stupid because both she already knew that info a while ago and she saw it being believable, being a thing for a whole series. Do you guys know about Gut Theory? I don't.
I
I
do not.
missed the stream. I missed the stream. No. Gut Theory, interesting. Someone could recap that. That sounds intense and interesting. Hopefully Michael's in that theory somewhere. How would you feel about a FNAF game that instead of focusing of a Freddy's location, but instead focuses on rival franchises? That's a perfect reboot scenario right there, or book series. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Another good question. I wonder if not everyone attended and not everyone died, and those that didn't show were so done working there that they took not attending all staff meeting as an easy out. The all staff meeting, right. Oh,
Could be.
That'd be funny also. Just imagining, like, I'm so sick with it, I quit, and then you find out that you're like 20 employees are missing.
Right. But like even more, I would think that'd get them even more curious and
Right? Like, I should
raise more
probably
like,
bring this up to
oh
someone.
hey, hey cops, my like 5 co-workers have like stopped talking to me like all at the same time. Like,
can you check
I
out the
think
Pizza
they're-
Flex? And they're like,
Right.
yes. And then Vanny's like, we're good. And they're like, oh, we did all we could. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They just seem lazy.
like either that or like there's a lot. I don't know how you'd say it, but just like Miss Afton's a lot more influential than we thought. I guess is just like the basic way I can put it.
Yeah, I agree. And it'd be cool if she was still there. Give us something, Steel Wool. It is Fazbear's slogan, sweep it under the rug. Look, yeah. Edwin is William is true. You see, some people believe in this theory. I like it. It is interesting, especially that mimic driving part really caught my attention. I like it. Edwin is the mimic in Ruin and is also William by Var. Remember that theory that the mimic was Circus Baby? Well, I think that we're right, but just wrong about which baby, specifically Novel Baby, like how Edwin was. Oh. I like it just because of how many connections there are between the two, especially now. And just in general, social location. I like it. Ooh. All right. Well, back to the theory then. Yeah, everyone who's here, William Afton is Edwin. Unname's first video ever. Here we go. 8 minutes in. So far, he's just giving us a recap on Mimic lore and then kind of introducing the theory. Bronze, I can message you a general. Yes, please. Yes. And then we can talk about it.
Games went something like this. William Afton is a young, struggling inventor who, after patenting his robotic vacuum cleaner and being met with initial success, sales drop and he is forced to sell his company to Fazbear Enterprises, started by Henry, after being met with a moderate degree of success with his own animatronics line. William is at least slightly humiliated having to be bought out by Henry, but seeing his brilliance in robotics is able to largely put those frustrations to the side to learn and grow by working with Henry. All is going well for the two until a tragic accident where his oldest son, Michael, and his friends play a prank on his youngest son, Dave, by stuffing his head into the mouth of an active Golden Freddy animatronic. Dave has his frontal lobe crushed and is barely hanging on to life over the next few days
Was that the
or
bite of
weeks,
87?
culminating in a very pivotal moment in the series. At his lowest point of sadness, anger, and agony as his child Dave is dying, William makes a seemingly simple yet devastating statement and plan in one line. I will put you back together.
I still
And he
think
did.
that.
I
Which,
agree.
here's where I should bring up another
It's
minor
just too
point of
weird for
contention.
anyone else to give that line.
In the story,
Yeah.
it is said that Edwin runs away and disappears after the death of David, where, in the games, clearly William is still a part of Fazbear for many years to come after this point. Now, this is where I lean more into opinion, because there really isn't anything definitive to back this up, but I take this situation to be less literal and more metaphor in the games in a sort of Darth Vader kind of way. William,
Nice.
quote-unquote, leaves at that point by, in a way, having a part of him die with his son then and there as he makes that statement. The original William, quote-unquote, leaves by dying, to continue the Darth Vader analogy, and is destroyed by this new William in that moment. A William who would do anything, go to any length, make any sacrifice to fulfill his plan and...
Sorry, really quick, we have a question in chats. I have a question if the Midnight Motorist house is the same from the FNAF 4 minigames, and the crying child is the runaway, then where's Fredbear's? I would say that they aren't the same, honestly, just because the layouts don't match up at all, but at the same time, Fredbear's could still be around in Midnight Motorist. But exactly where, I don't know. I'm assuming by like where the grave thing is, somewhere around there. But I don't know what you guys think about that.
Hang on, let me reread. I did just want to say, like, that kind of framing, though, before I lose my thought of, like, William, kind of having that personality shift. I largely still think that happens. I'm just wrong about it happening this early, basically.
Okay, I see.
So what about that?
Var, you have any thoughts?
FNAF more mini games. Crying Child's the runaway. I don't think the runaway is the crying child. I guess would be my response.
Okay.
I think it's Michael, and I think it's Miss Afton watching TV. Like, because if not, like, then what's the mound? Like, why is the other one leaving? Like,
because Elizabeth seems, well,
and like the crying child himself, when we see him, he's like terrified of the restaurant by the end. He likes the characters, or liked them at one point. Like, why would he be sneaking out to go to the restaurant he's terrified of?
right.
Is the other thing. Like,
Yeah, there probably is a different house, and Michael's the runaway. Yeah, I agree.
like, again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but I agree with game theory that, yeah, it was probably Michael going to, like, apologize, I guess, again, to the grave of his brother. Like, William only says that place again.
Tragic.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know, like,
Which location?
is that place the restaurant, or is that place his brother's hidden grave?
Good answer. Var, any thoughts?
Nope.
Do you stay away from that territory? 'Cause that is
Not
so
really. I
fun.
just don't like because the layouts are so different, and
Yeah, because the experiment
just,
house seems
like-
funny to say for being like the neighborhood, you know?
then in one of the videos we're gonna watch today, I also bring up layouts being different. So it's like
Ooh,
I don't know how seriously I can take layout differences in mini games.
that is so fair. I forbid had a thought the couch person could have been a CC ghost. Ooh, yeah, that'd be crazy. The orange guy seeing a ghost.
That'd be different.
Fantastic
Yeah,
plot.
that'd be cool. First time I've heard that theory though. Here we go.
and promise, I will put you back together. I could also hammer in a thought of, I think also perhaps like the character Lotso in Toy Story 3. Not only would it make much more sense for him to break in this way, rather than always being a monster under the surface, make it to his adult life, start a family, have a successful business, and nobody had any hint of a monster within him. Barring a few exceptions that generally doesn't happen in real life. horrible people have generally always been or done horrible things or have some logical series of events that pushes them into horrible mindsets.
Right.
Again, think like the governor in The Walking Dead or Lotso from Toy Story 3.
I like the Lotso example a lot.
It is a very rare circumstance that from birth, someone is a pure monster just underneath the surface and nobody in their lives into adulthood ever noticed, being the key point here. Not that it's impossible, I just get the sense that William wasn't born evil, but perhaps, tragically, in the end, he chose evil. The last
still believe all that, and
potential
that's
point
the
of
same stuff
contention
I said
can
for the
see
hot
with my
take.
limited understanding
Yeah.
of the deep lore of FNAF is how exactly the Mimic would be the one to drive up to the side of Fredbear's, park the car, kill Charlie,
Yeah.
and drive away.
That's
Because
interesting.
there's
I
one
like that
thing
idea.
for him
That's
to
cool.
stand around the FNAF 2 location as we see with the pink guy, and it's a whole other thing for him to, as the Mimic, a robot, to be able to drive. Admittedly, this is where I really have to test your suspension of disbelief. I believe that since the Mimic's creation, it wasn't just mimicking Dave, but William as well. While not stated explicitly in the games or story of the Mimic, I can imagine William driving Dave and the Mimic between their home, factory, and Fredbear's, or anywhere Dave would have gone over that summer. As it is said in the story, David and the Mimic spent all their time together to the point of eating and even brushing their teeth together, which in the games would presumably happen at the sister location when Dave goes down to visit his father, if the wife and other children are occupying the house enough to maintain it, unlike the Mimic story. I believe the Mimic would still be made by William in the game's timeline, as Dave was the most energetic and the youngest of William's children who would have needed more attention, as Michael at that time would be shown to not be too fond of his younger brother, and Elizabeth was likely not very much older than Dave. Their mother certainly would have appreciated the extra help watching Dave, and William would have a chance to almost be in two places at once to help watch Dave and test both a new program and animatronic all at once. After Dave's death, however, the Mimic likely spent most of its time with William after that point. Now, in the Mimic story, it's stated 2 weeks pass before Edwin attacks the Mimic out of grief. I can also imagine during that time the Mimic is starting to observe and subsequently mimic William more, now that Dave is gone, culminating in his final observations of William brutally attacking it, and the pouring of his agony and resentment towards Henry. I think you might be starting to see where I'm going with all this.
I see.
I believe it's at least possible in the game's timeline William had made the Mimic to be at least a rough animatronic copy of himself in appearance, as opposed to the pure endoskeleton we see the Mimic as in Ruin or in the book. I would point to how in Sister Location, which is generally understood now to be very early in the game's timeline, William was
Pure Hydro?
experimenting with realistic-looking animatronics. I believe William made the Mimic as one of these early prototypes, attempting to make a realistic copy of himself.
You are correct,
in the
Hydro,
Mimic.
yes.
Now, obviously, the Sister Location animatronics came later,
Facial
but the
recognition.
Mimic was just his initial trial run prototypes of what would come later of realistic, human-looking animatronics. This would help to explain how in Ruin the Mimic appears to have the remnants of a tuft of hair on its head. It is at this point when the Mimic still
Still not
appears
sure
as
what that
William,
is.
but before
Me
having
neither.
its appearance change, the Mimic, following its programming with William's agony guiding it along, drives to Fredbear's in William's car, sees Charlie outside, and kills her before driving back to William's house, which
Ooh.
is where I believe it ties into the new character of Jackie the Clown. In the books, when the team at
Jackie
Fun Factory
Mustard.
comes to collect their property from
We had such
Ed
high
Again,
hopes for Jackie.
this is
Jack, the Mimic
before
begins to
the
kill
second
one
trailer.
and it does so while quickly jumping between different costumes. This ability to change its appearance on its own volition is enough for me to suggest that at least perhaps after Dave's death in the games, William, not wanting to see not only a reflection of his old self, but the memories associated with it, and possibly to cover up evidence,
Is David
converts
Toupee?
the mimic endoskeleton from a rough copy of himself to Jackie the Clown to be the third new animatronic performer of Fred Bear, Golden Bonnie, and now Jackie the Clown.
I still like it. I know probably not, but like the paper pal also that game theory brought up, such a cool idea at the time, and like that I even also
really
talked
like
about it.
too.
Like there's so many clowns earlier on, like in FNAF 6, there's also that creepy clown that definitely isn't Circus Baby.
Oh, and wouldn't Jackie feel like she would fit much more with like Circus Baby and the fun
Yeah.
times? Just
Yeah, that's
super weird.
exactly. Or like even like saying that's the prototype animatronic down there. That made it so
Doesn't
much
it kind of
sense at
look
the
like
time.
she's got faceplates almost?
Yeah, no,
as
exactly.
well?
And that's what I
Very
thought it
much.
was gonna be. Yeah, like it opened up in the 4 faceplates. I'm like, oh my god.
And I was like, oh, maybe this is William.
No, I get it, and I was there too because I had the theory where it was like, oh, this is the animatronic in the bunker. Trust me.
I know, and
William
I know
is
how bad
yeah.
this is.
confirmed.
We
I was
tried.
so
guys.
wrong.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, yeah, and this is why I was so confident in it. I thought I was cooking with it.
No, I know. Yeah, me. Yeah, same. Like pre-Secret Mimic, I was like, oh, this is spot on, and then it was so wrong.
Oh yeah,
in the
like
game.
before the Help Wanted teaser, before the second trailer. This is before all of it.
Yeah.
Like, this was really a shot in the dark, and I took
still
the Mimic.
believe.
Like everyone else before Secret of the Mimic, I took the books way too seriously.
Right, but like that's kind of what I thought they wanted us to do.
That's also why I'm not bothering to read them for a minute now, because I'm
Like
still.
expose you. He hasn't read the books yet. Get
Well,
him.
I mean, like, I mean, again, not that I was big on Tales games, but like with how like defeated I guess they all seemed after Secret of the Mimic, it's kind of like, oh, I'm vindicated. The books really only matter when I say they matter. Then
That's exactly
I
what it
guess.
feels like. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just wish it was one or the other, or they just give us like a master list, and it's like, here's what is canon, here's what's not. Ignore this story, take this story to part. But we got nothing.
Yeah, he would never do that. You need to read about the fast goo. There might be
Right.
something important in there.
Also, fun thought: if the playground girl from FNAF 4 is Elizabeth, ever thought with both Cranch and Elizabeth both had toys? Oh, I like that. I just wish if it was true that
Was
or
her
like
Foxy
the
broken?
designs would have been. Sorry, what?
Was her Foxy toy broken?
Yeah, like her mango toy in her room. I think is what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, because they were of the toy. That
Yeah.
is
That would
interesting.
be really cool. I just wish I guess her design was more consistent in what we saw in Sister Location. But I do like it. It's cool.
Because the Crying Child's plush toy of Foxy is missing its head.
Yeah, exactly.
That is odd. And the mangle for the girl is destroyed. That is odd.
You would imagine it meant something. Maybe it does. Maybe we're looking at it. I don't know, or we're not looking at it enough. Maybe.
Performing at the carnival while William and Henry perform themselves on stage at Fredbear's. But this ability to change appearance on its own is what I believe may tie into the pink guy from FNAF 2, but more on that later. It's after this point where William goes further and further in
cooking.
his
I like it.
descent into madness and grief
Into
that he
madness?
notices the puppet acting
Oh,
strange
yeah,
and
second Into
eventually
Madness
realizing
mention.
it is possessed by the soul of
It's
Charlie,
coming, guys.
killed by the mimic.
I think
with
it already
a
came.
glimmer of hope
Yeah.
now right in front of him.
I think that was the early
he
name for
realizes
Secret
he
of the
now
Mimic.
has a viable
Oh.
way to fulfill his
Or
promise
ruin,
he
either
made to
or.
his son now,
Or ruin.
with absolutely
Pink Eye mentioned,
nothing
yup.
holding him back.
W.
Again, the quote, "I will put you back together," which
I've got a new
itself
take on Pink
begins what
Eye.
I said in the beginning of this video. The
I
path
don't
to
wanna say it,
hell
but I
is
like it.
paved with good intentions.
Yeah, no, I don't
No
wanna
one
I was like, I
was
don't want to
truly
say it. I was
gone
about
at
to,
that
but no.
point, and
Because
his
I really do think I'm
transformation
gonna get
into
that.
Splatchat had begun. While I know this is a lot to take in and process, I would also like to throw out at least one thing I have even less evidence for, but
Ooh.
can't shake now that I'm continuing down this line of thought. I would instead
Okay.
turn it into a question. What is the possibility that the pink
Sorry, this is a really good question. Do we know if Mimic is immune to water? I know. I don't know. I don't know. Do we?
It's immune to molten metal,
Right,
either
remnant-
molten metal or remnant goo, whatever. We don't know what is in the factory yet. Like none of us want to deal with that quite
Right.
yet, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say yeah, he's immune. I hope at least. But and because we saw him get drenched with remnant, I totally think that's remnant.
that paste?
No, not really. I don't know actually.
Not good. And if it's molten metal, it doesn't make sense.
Right? Hello, AB Studios U9M. Welcome. I just randomly thought of something, and now need to pester Nero Raven about it. He was just here. So I don't think he's anymore, but that would have been funny. True. Yeah. Who knows what that is? We'll find out.
Guy
never,
from the FNAF
honestly.
2 minigames is the Mimic reusing his appearance as William. While it would help to explain how there are two depictions of one character in a series where colors really do matter, but only after a nebulous point, apparently. I'm not solid enough in this idea to assert it quite yet without more thought and discussion, which I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of in the comments below. I would, however, point out that this parallel already exists with the Mustard Man, as called for many years, who everybody seems to be pretty much of a consensus that that is William. Ergo, though, that proves there's yet another different appearance of Williams in these little mini-games.
Supposedly.
Who's generally understood to be the purple guy, but is also Mustard Man. I'm just saying, could also... It's odd there's so many different depictions of this one character. I would also point out that if the pink guy is supposed to be the purple guy, or William Afton, why are they presented as opposites? Well, think on that for a minute. Not just in appearance, but in words and actions. William is shown to be very eloquent, as shown in the opening of Sister Location when speaking to others. Pink guy
The FBI
says nothing. William is also generally shown as fairly animated and almost performative to others. The pink guy never moves and only observes. Supposedly, they're the same character, presented totally different in more ways than one in a series where character depictions and colors are very important, but again, only after this point, apparently. I don't buy it. So, to recap, Edwin in the Mimic story is a distorted stand-in for William and his early history with Fazbear Enterprises. The Mimic, mimicking William,
Oh yeah, when I
being
thought that was the
fueled
company
by
name
his
too.
agony, kills Charlie while looking like, but
Okay. I still like it a lot.
not exactly like William, which is mirrored in the depictions of Purple and Pink Guy. William takes the Mimic Endo out of his doppelganger appearance and puts it into a Jackie the Clown shell to perform
Dang it, that
at
could've
the
been so
carnival,
cool.
and
That
not
would
be
be
seen
sick.
by William
Yeah, right?
again, and very likely cover up the evidence.
Yeah,
Now
we
that we're at
really
the end, I
thought
would
Jackie
like
was
to
going to be
Right.
the big
nowhere
character.
near
No one can blame
as
us either.
good
No one
as
can blame us for
many
that.
other established theorists are. I'm not
If it
making
was
any of
on
these
all the
statements
promotional
as fact,
stuff.
only
Yeah.
theory and opinion. I, at this stage, am not even all that sure about this myself, but I couldn't get it out of my head, and I needed to put it out into the ether before Secret of the Mimic drops in case I am onto something. If nothing
I
else,
was
I'd
not.
like this
Hello,
theory
Neo.
proven
Welcome.
without
profile
a
pic.
doubt impossible by the community, so there's some more solid footing going into the new game that can be expected from it. This is also not an exoneration of William, who in the end absolutely becomes an irredeemable monster, again, akin to, like, the Governor in The Walking Dead. I just think how he became
You should see if you
Springtrap
have
was a
not.
little more
I haven't,
complex
actually,
than we might
surprisingly.
think. I'm kind of going off script here in the end, but I should also add,
Watch up to like season 6.
I tried to do all this in one take for the most part, and again, I have zero experience
Hello,
editing
Abiso.
and making
It's so funny
videos,
to have the main
so
trailer villain do nothing
if there's a
and
lot
die.
of stumbles
Yeah.
or trips of words
Yeah.
or what have you, I'm very much not used to this. And this might only
Why
be
do you think
the
Jackie was
one
going to be
video
so
I ever
important?
put out. Because there's a few YouTubers I do want to send this to in particular, to get their take on it. Excuse me. But, you know, we'll see if anybody thinks I'm onto something here. So,
I think you
I
were.
guess without further ado, thank you for watching.
I think you were.
That-
Awesome. Oh wait, there's
There
still
are
6 minutes.
ideas. Oh wait, is there?
Correction to that. Having to come
Oh.
back to make a
Oh, he's back. What?
quote-unquote slight addendum to the end of my video here, as
I forget about this.
John FNAF just uploaded a video, and I thought,
Oh.
since
Oh,
he actually,
yeah.
coincidentally in
Cool.
his theory is touching on what I was talking about earlier. Some of the points he brings up, I thought I would bring some counterpoints to. I'd say I agree with about 50-50 of his theory, where he leans more towards Henry in the beginning, but seems to end it with him not thinking it would be either William or Henry, whereas I do still think it was William that made the mimic. And I just wrote down some bullet points to
John thought
go
it was
down, and again,
Henry
I'm going
that
to try
made the
to
mimic.
sail through
Right, yeah, I
these
remember
to
that,
try
yeah.
and, again, keep a long video as little extra longer as possible. Grammar. First point, while Henry in the Silver Eyes does have a very similar backstory to Edwin, the actions of Henry in the Silver Eyes never seemed to match his character in FNAF 6 to me. Edwin turned to anger and rage as his immediate emotional response to the mimic, mimicking David after his death. Henry in the games, however, seemed far more consumed by grief
Henry stole the
rather
puppet.
than anger or rage. So consumed by grief, in fact, it was his reasoning for being uninvolved with the events of the timeline between Charlie's death and FNAF 6. I find it more likely that William would be one to respond with a more violent reaction than Henry. Number 2, William would have a motive to capture the mimic and keep it underground, just like Henry would. While we don't know exactly when the carnival shut down, it was shown to survive at least into 1983, coincidentally the same year that Charlie's death happened. If William was still active after 1983, when Henry became more and more suspicious of him as time went on, but before William was totally removed from Fazbear, at least as an overt owner, by 1987, it would not
I
be
don't
a
think
good
that
look
anymore.
at all for him if Henry discovered the mimic endoskeleton made by William, even while looking like him for whatever reason from his perspective, even though it was the mimic mimicking William and not William himself, or him having the mimic do anything intentionally, let alone look like him, obviously, was responsible for his daughter's death. I find it entirely
Hello, Victory
possible
Game
that at
32.
some point between 1983 and 1987, to tie up a loose end, William moved the
cop-out
mimic
answer
from the
that they gave for
closing
Henry not
carnival,
being in
whether
present FPS.
or whenever the
Honestly, yeah.
carnival closed exactly, and hid it in a side
Sorry,
store.
it's just funny by Victory Game.
Yeah.
32. He was just like too depressed to show up, basically. But I hope they change.
That
It
seems-
looks like they're changing with the movie though, so a little bit better. But I agree, it was kind of just he was there the whole time,
area
but
in his underground
sad.
facility, seen in sister location.
Watch
and
Immortal and the
Ruin.
Restless
It was only
reruns
later
for
when
30
Cassie
years.
came through the wall
with
from the
Michael.
basement of the FNAF 6 location on the other side that the mimic was freed from the Mex's security system, also on top of after shutting down all the other Mexis nodes, which, while absolutely could have been expanded upon and improved by Cassie's father and Michael, Mexis had to exist in some form, quote unquote, a really long time ago.
Ooh,
I
on
do
the
not think
dot.
Gregory or Vanessa made Mexis.
On the dot.
And my final point number
Boom.
3. This is
Wow.
a brief one.
He was not wrong
The
at
same
all.
way that
Broken
Henry in the
clock.
fourth
Great
clause
guesses.
gave his
What are we
sister
doing?
Jenny the task of keeping the mimic sealed
Right, this
after
doesn't fit
his
the
death,
criteria.
William could also have given that same task to Michael, who, despite
That is
eventually
funny.
finding out the truth about his father, could have continued ensuring the mimic stayed sealed, as we know the mimic was still dangerous. I believe Michael survived the FNAF 6 fire
Yes,
to
me
continue
too.
keeping the
Yep.
mimic sealed,
Same
and
here,
was the
same here.
one, along with Cassie's dad later, to expand the Mexis network to the Pizzaplex. This
There still
would
is a
also help to
possibility for that.
explain why
No, I
there's
agree. I like it.
an exact replica of his old room
Yep.
inside the Pizzaplex, a
That's still
place for
so
him
weird.
to
You
potentially
see, Passy was kind of
covertly
spitting low
continue
pieces on me, so
monitoring
I
the
agree.
mimic. That was all the extra
I agree,
counterpoints I had
agree.
to make. I know there's no way John would
Real.
ever see this, but I am glad
Maybe he
he put out that video when he did, because I'm had some extra points to cover here. And again, he and anyone else or whoever else is free to disagree with me on this, and this is more my discombobulated thoughts being put out there, so we can at least get the discussion started with what I've brought to the table here, and just making sure that all the little details that we can speculate on are ironed out before the next game comes, because, you know, we presumably still got some time until that happens. So, without further ado, hopefully for the last time for this video, thank you for watching.
Well, where's the make sure to smack that like and subscribe button? What?
I didn't think I'd earn
Make sure
that
to
yet.
smack that subscribe. I can't subscribe here because I am not signed in and this is not my browser. But everyone smack the subscribe button right now, please. I can't because I don't make you sign in.
Already done. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Like,
there you go.
it's not as bad as I thought. There's still ideas in there I like, but yeah, obviously the general theory, no.
Right? Like, no, I mean, I think it's still really good. Sorry, I'm not streaming more, but I think it was really good. I still liked it a lot. Especially like the mexes. You're on the dot with mexes, by the way. I liked it.
I totally forgot I called that, I guess.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. Yeah, and then it's just interesting. I think a lot of interesting points that are really cool to consider. You know, can you guys see my screens?
Yep.
The
I
wheel?
see
Okay,
the wheel.
cool. Okay, perfect. Nice. Already done several months ago. Thank you, Glitching. Or if you haven't, and anyone's here, go subscribe. Nice. Really good theory. I liked it a lot. I think it wasn't too wrong in that sense. Because I see where like all your thoughts made so much sense in the moment. It really did.
Yeah, for what we got, it was excellent. I
Yeah.
feel like.
I agree.
Before everything, I was so confident on it. Well, because like I kept seeing like what is it, the teaser, like the early ones of like the advertisements for MCM.
Oh right,
Like
yeah.
I kept seeing
Yeah.
those. Like he had a purple bow tie, short brown hair, glasses.
And that's on
he's
the
an
list. It's on the
engineer,
list.
like,
We'll look at it. Yeah.
who else am I supposed to think this is? Like, they used purple for a reason. This is FNAF. Like, you don't just throw the color purple on someone for
That's
no
true.
reason. Steel wool. That was probably a Scott thing.
I think it was. He's like, hey,
There's
just
another
make it
thing
purple.
of like Scott's like, God, like you know what would be funny, guys? Like, we make the thing it's William.
Still
We'll
such
put
a funny
purple
troll.
bow tie on it.
And then make them all think it's William.
Yeah, not black or yellow or red or
Yeah.
any other color. No, it's got to be purple.
Yeah. But now we know. Now we know
Yes.
it's that one. Yeah. Damn. All right, now it's next. All right, next theory, guys. YouTuber bait for sure. J-Top said he'd like to do that. Yeah, we talked about that last stream, I think, but it could be honestly, and it worked. It worked for a lot of us. All right, I hope it's VAR. I honestly hope it's VAR this time. If we do get a name, we'll probably.
Yeah, you can
Might spin
skip it.
again, yeah. No, we won't skip it. We'll
Yeah,
just like next one, you know?
Oh, yeah, spin
one of
again.
us. Yeah. Okay, let's hope it's VAR, everyone. VAR, 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 VAR.
Show me the money.
Oh, wow, they really want you to. They really want you. All right, then we're going to spin again.
Yeah.
And then after whichever one we watch.
Class.
Yeah, so the next one after which this one will be the teaser, so you haven't gone out of it. Yes. Music Man Theory by VAR. Let's see. Here we go. The clapping.
Oh boy.
Also, the volume's a little quiet on that video, so I don't know if it'll have to be turned up. Or maybe that's for the best, so we don't have to hear it.
No, I'll turn it up. Why does it take me to
Do
this
you want
browser?
free internet? Forever? You got it. We're offering
weird.
free.
Sorry, Spectrum. I'm not giving you a free ad right now.
Channel where we'll pretty much talk about
here we
any FNAF theory, no matter how goofy they sound. So today, let's talk
Hello?
about Music Man.
I'll be
DJ
honest, my
Music
full
Man,
screen is not
and
working. Can
specifically-
you guys see it? What's going on? What the?
Mine's
This is
showing
why-
me the winner page.
Oh right, sorry, but for the stream, this is why I do not use this browser. Okay, I just got quit out. Okay, that is great. Let me try that again, everyone. Sorry, and then I'll stream this
Welcome back
one
to
also.
Lo-Fi and Theorize, the channel where
Lo-Fi
we'll
and
pretty
Theorize,
much
I love
talk
this.
about any
Here we go.
FNAF theory, no matter how goofy they sound.
So really quick, this is the Music Man's secret and his importance to the Mimic, FNAF Secret of the Mimic Theory by VAR. Anything you want to add? Any preparation to give us? Anything like that?
It was very wrong.
It was fair. All right, here we go. Let me just change this. Okay, there we go. You guys should be able to see it now. All right, without further ado, let's jump into. Wait, this one's fire.
Today,
I
let's talk
agree.
about Music Man. DJ Music Man, but specifically the Music Man in the Secret of the Mimic trailer. First of all, what was DJ Music Man's original purpose? We learn in Security Breach that the DJ comes with a new bouncer mode, but in the Pizzaplex books, it says that rumor has it that DJ Music Man originally had an experimental bouncer mode. Supposedly that was removed, but apparently the programmer missed a few lines of code. Now personally, I think that this original Music Man we see in the Secret of the Mimic trailer is the same exact animatronic that the Pizzaplex has. It's just
Nice.
tweaked essentially to try and get rid of the bouncer mode, but they failed to get rid of it, which explains why DJ Music Man sometimes still acts out. The way that the Pizzaplex book explains it makes it sound like Music Man has always had this bouncer mode. It was just tweaked for the Mega Pizzaplex. My question then is, was Music Man actually a bouncer originally, or was the original intent slightly different than how Fazbear words it? I think this Music Man may have been made for something quite different. This is where the theory gets a bit crazy though, so buckle up. First, let's talk about the puppet and the Mimic's connection. Now, unless Steel Wool is just throwing us for a loop, a big surprise twist to throw us off guard, there is a connection of sorts between the puppet and the Mimic. At the very least, we have two music boxes that play very, very similar versions of the Grandfather Clock song, one in FNAF 2 and one in Secret of the Mimic. If the similarity between the two characters ends there, then that's cool. But if there's more to it, let's consider what that connection might be. My question then becomes, what is the purpose of the music box in FNAF 2? Essentially, the music box must be wound and kept playing its tune, and if the music stops at any point, the puppet will attack the player. How does this connect to the Mimic, though? Well, what if this music box concept serves a similar purpose for the Mimic itself? What if the Mimic can be calmed down or distracted enough when the music box plays that someone can safely walk up to it while the music is playing, flipping
The story, we had this with the story time though, basically, right? Yeah, I would say we had this with the story
Not
time.
just that, but the secret ending.
Exactly. So I'd say you were pretty spot on with that, because I did calm him down, and then not only that, but then brought him back to his other state. So I'd say that's pretty good. Pretty accurate, I'd say.
In the same way the puppet is unable to kill you when you wind the music box, the same could be true for the Mimic endos. I'm not saying the puppet is a Mimic endo, but the puppet could theoretically have been programmed with a similar function whenever it was created. And if Fazbear took this technology from Edwin originally, it makes sense to me that it could be reprogrammed for other animatronics. Whether or not that is true though, the relevant point here that we really want to focus on is that this Music Man character might serve as the Mimic's own giant version of a music box. This Music Man has a gigantic music box for a mouth. Which could then
I see.
Actually
That'd be cool.
a machine of sorts, created to keep the Mimic in check.
He
This
sure
character
does.
also has a handful of hands, potentially for when things go awry, to grab and hold mischievous endos that act up. If this character was made for like a carnival or some such event, it'd be important that such an animatronic would be able to get around quickly to take care of any issues, hence its enormous size. Also remember that in the Mimic epilogues, when the teens find a notebook belonging to one of the original Fazbear Entertainment creation team members, one of the ones that helped build all the characters for the Freddy Fazbear Pizzerias, the teens have difficulty reading the notes that this guy wrote, but they can just make out the words misconstrue, scared, potential disaster, and deactivate remaining Mimic endos. This part in the epilogues also lets us know that a whole Mimic line of endos was created, and so whatever this disaster was involved multiple Mimic endos. The reason I bring this up is because it helps explain the other reason why Music Man is so enormous. A regular-sized music box wouldn't be large enough for Mimic endos to hear, especially
Why
if
did
you're in
they
an
make it
outdoor
so
event like a ball fest or something. But if you have a gigantic music box that can roll
Carnival
around,
attraction.
any Mimic in the area is going to be able to hear that music and hopefully cease any violent activities. This may even be why we never see any other Mimic models in the previous
What
FNAF
song do you
games.
think you
They
played?
may have all been contained and were successfully deactivated before too much damage happened, never to be used again. Or maybe they've always been here. Oh gosh, I really hope not. But anyway, essentially how this would work is the Mimic endos act up in the same way the puppet tries to attack you, but then you have this gigantic Music Man that's playing the same music box song, and for whatever reason that just stops the Mimic from attacking, and then the employees are able to deactivate it before it causes any more issues. And so I guess the last thing I'd want to talk about is the bouncer mode that Fazbear Entertainment mentions. What if it's not necessarily a bouncer, but it's working almost the complete opposite of a bouncer? So So in the Pizzaplex stories, when Edwin leaves the factory and the Fazbear technicians come in to try and take care of whatever issues Fazbear supposedly wanted them to, they find that they are trapped inside the building. They're locked from the inside, so they can't leave through the front doors, and all of the windows, like everything's boarded up. There's like no way out. So essentially, if the Music Man is in the building as well, instead of being a bouncer that's trying to kick the mimic out, it's trying to contain the mimic here. It's keeping the mimic inside the building as like a last resort type of thing. The hands are for grabbing and holding an endo in place if they get out of control, and the music box.
I like them,
essentially stop
him
it
in
from
the
being able to
VR. That's cool.
This is
That's
all
cool.
just my
I
speculation,
like
but
that a
it would
lot.
be interesting if the music man and the music box are somehow connected to all of
Nice.
that. I know technically all we've done so far in the game
This is
unwind
background.
Jackie's box. I can't even say that with a straight face. But
Jackie's
essentially,
box.
the music has been specifically tied to Jackie's box, just like the puppet has a box. So it could be a completely different connection, but the fact that this music man literally has a music box for a mouth made me very, very interested if there's a bigger connection there. That's essentially all I've got today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. Appreciate you all. Have a good day.
What?
Thanks,
Also, VAR, smack this like and
Hey, just-
subscribe button, please, everyone. Oh my god, that scared me.
For
It's
sure.
a loud ad. Everyone, everyone, smash and subscribe the like button, please.
For real.
That is
Why
awesome. I
was
like
the
it.
ad so loud?
Right, that scared me. I was like, "Whoa!" I'm sorry if everyone just got jump scared. I liked it a lot though. I think that was also really cool. And I'm telling you, at the time, it made so much sense too. Like, I like, I guess giving it up. My ears. I'm so sorry, Glitch, but I like
It leaned
giving.
very heavily into the books at that
Right?
point.
No, but at that point, it makes
I
sense
was
again.
too.
'Cause, right? It made sense, and I liked it a lot, especially with, I guess giving a bigger purpose instead of it just being like another suit the mimic goes inside of. And I guess with the point, like,
No.
all the multiple mimic endos reminded me of like all the little guys. I don't know what were they, like the mannequins, and like reminded me almost that I thought there was gonna be a connection there also when we got the like gameplay, but there wasn't. So, but I liked it a lot.
I still have a question for you, V.
Okay. Oh no.
Um. So is the mimic in the game piloting? What is it? The ticket master, like a Gundam, or no?
In some of the art that Steel will posted, it is. It's
So
like
you don't
literally
think
inside there.
So even though it's still probably running a mimic program, its version is fine, probably, and it's just the mimic piloting it. It itself is not corrupted.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Right.
the same as Dolly. It starts off
Okay,
just
yeah.
like, although Dolly does
Like,
attack
fine.
us like when it's just zipping around, so I don't know.
Well, that's just her moving on the track. She's not like
No, she like
malicious.
slaps the shit out of us. It's like holy crap!
The
just
jump
like
scare.
yeah, like we're literally getting smacked. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Well,
so
I mean,
aggressive.
can't you get jump scared by a bunch of random character too? Sometimes, I mean,
Yes, this is true.
should be in game scaring. Like, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
just an interesting thought. Like, just because like I thought with Music Man, like that's like still or like what is his name? I feel so bad for asking that in
Big
Secret
Top.
of the Mimic.
I
Big
think.
Top. Big
Yeah,
Top.
yeah. I was
Big
also
Top.
thinking about that. I was
I
like, Big
forgot
Top.
it last stream, so don't worry about it.
And Big Top. Okay, yeah. So he might be a Gundam for the Mimic.
Yeah, it
But he's
depends on
also
whether
running
like
a
the
movie.
Steel Wool art is like canon or not.
Yeah, I like the idea of it just being Ratatouille. You know, he's like in his hat.
He's just like
I like
Right,
that one.
exactly. Yeah,
Sounds
he's
cool.
under the hat or in the
He's so
headset.
Yeah,
funny.
I just don't want him to be like big though, like a huge eye. Like, cause one of them like see the huge eyes, but I don't think that makes that much sense. I prefer the idea
Right,
it's just
'cause-
like in his little hat.
I
But
mean,
the
Mimic
problem,
can
if
get
it's not
pretty
that, then
gigantic.
like, you're right. Like, why does it like, or why does he and Nurse Dolly both attack us? That is an
Sure.
excellent question.
literally leap out of the ceiling too. It has to be the Mimic, right?
Yeah.
Tickets, please.
Oh, shout out to Mara for joining. Hello, sorry for joining late. I was sleeping. LOL. That is so fair. I would also be taking a nap right now. That is so fair. But welcome. Shout out my beautiful girlfriend as always. Yeah, we're reacting to different theories. We just finished Vara's theory, which was peak on Big Man, Big Top, Music Man. I combined the names. Sorry.
Best name ever.
I meant to like the SpongeBob song. Oh man, that song is funny. Big Man.
Big
So,
man.
Yeah. Now we're going to the next one. But yeah, overall, I liked it a lot. And I'm telling you, I just like the idea of him having a bigger role than just another suit. like with most of the animatronics, I guess. Unnamed. Are there any closing thoughts?
No, that was just one of the first one of the part of my head. No, I mean, pretty short, sweet, and to the point. I mean, like, I don't know. I wish I had more to say other than just like, I don't know, like, I do agree he probably had a different purpose originally. Like, if we do get a Fall Fest something, I would have like zero surprise at all if he was like the ticket master for the event. That would not surprise me at all.
That would be really cool.
I will say that. Because again, you know, that the issue of like we don't even really know who runs Fall Fest.
Michael.
But yeah, I guess that's all I had. Short, sweet, to the point. But yeah, I guess I don't think that either now.
Cool. Alright, do you guys want to spin again or watch the teaser videos from Unnamed?
Can you put it back in and just like add it to the
Yes.
roster?
Right, I wish you could let me
Yeah,
like just hide it, you know, instead of deleting it.
Right.
Here we go. Thank you. Alright, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would have been annoying rolling me twice.
Oh, Charlie and VAR again.
Hey.
Dang. Here we go. The clapping.
It's also fairly short and sweet.
Let's see, I love it. Let's see.
Minus the sweet part.
The whispering. Why can I never open this thing on the first try? Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's the second video by VAR. We were wrong the whole time.
Don't hurt me.
Hey,
Oh, boy.
it's me,
Oh my
your
God!
very dry-
It's so loud. I'm sorry, everyone. Take care. Take cake to the children minigame is not Charlie Emily. While the FNAF theory. Sorry, I can't talk.
These two
By
FNAF mini
VAR once again. Here we go. Here we go. Also, I
hey,
looked at the comments, wondering if there's anyone from stream in here. Unusual Carry, usually here sometimes.
Oh yeah, you're not
Oh,
streaming.
sorry, streaming. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, just so we're not out of sync.
Right. Okay, there you go. But yes, Unusual Carry is usually in the stream. He's not here this time, but okay, here we go. So yes, again, this is Take Cake to the Children minigame is not Charlie Emily, while the FNAF theory. Here we
Interesting.
go. Here we go. Here we go.
Who is it, V?
Right? I'm saying the crying child. No. Are we going retcon route? That's my like kind of prediction.
I mean-
route,
Yeah, I don't actually give an answer as to who it was, but I can afterwards.
I will
Okay.
give you credit. I still 100 believe the one retcon Scott was talking about was that the crying child and Charlie were the same character at one point.
Right, me too. Oh wait, real
I-
quick, Blue Star. Sorry, I'm out of here. Enjoy the stream, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep.
Appreciate it a
Thank
lot. Have a good night, and yeah, appreciate being here. But sorry, what was it? Just like the retcon,
N-
right?
Yeah, just that like, yeah, I do think, like, to cut you some slack, that, yeah, I think there was a point where they were the same character.
I agree. If
So,
that's
like,
what Roddy's
you-
thinking, I wonder what.
Right,
where Roddy's
if that
going.
is what you're doing, and you're saying, like, oh, it's not Charlotte, it's the crying child, then yeah, I get what you were going for.
Right, or my other prediction is like you guys, the minds connected somehow, and this is the Mimic and David. That's my other theory. Any thoughts with this one, VAR? Anything you wanna say?
Say.
It was not the most well received.
Should we read the
For a
comments?
reason.
Let's see that. Okay, let's see. I don't believe this anymore. 2 weeks
I
ago.
don't.
What? Dislike. Why? No.
It's like it's not technically not wrong, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like they pretty clearly were trying to tell us something.
If it's not Charlie, who is it?
This theory is cool. Some people, yeah, people like that. Like, yeah, there's also one down here. Also, good theory. You see, some people also liked it. It's a duck, not a unicorn. Oh.
Oh yeah, it has the secret of the mimic like predictions of who the characters were at the beginning.
Oh. Oh right, yeah, I was also wrong about that. I think, yeah, I was wrong about that too. Unusual Carrot, where are you? This is your
It wouldn't be
chance.
too long though.
Right? Okay, here we go.
games and
Hopefully
how
it's
these
good
are not
volume.
actually the same story being told. So without further ado, let's get the
Oh
show
wait, I
on the
totally just missed the intro. Sorry.
Today I want to talk about these two FNAF minigames and how these are not actually the same story being told. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. When it comes to FNAF
Nice, I like the zoom in.
it's always been very
Fire,
important to be
fire.
aware of specific details in each game. Text colors, numbers, dates, object placement, heck,
True,
even
true,
animatronic toe count can be important. Having
Bird
5
trap!
victims for the MCI versus having 6 victims
God,
in
I'm
the
jealous of
Pacific
both you
game
guys'
has caused
editing.
massive discussions. Midnight Motorist's main
I like
character
your voice.
being
I think
yellow
your
sparked an ongoing
storytelling,
debate
like
as to whether or not this
storytelling
character
skills
even
insane.
is William Afton, as he's usually been portrayed as Purple Guy. Burntrap-specific
wait.
endo pieces created a massive argument on whether this is the Mimic, Afton, or some other creature altogether, or if it's even real. The point is, focusing this intently on details
He's
is
really
very
sad.
important when interpreting Five Nights at Freddy's, and just one slight difference can lead you to a completely different conclusion. Every detail matters, and so keeping this in mind, there's actually several different areas of FNAF that we really need to take another look at because we overlooked things just due to the fact that they made sense. But if we actually look at specific details like we do in other areas of FNAF, some of these ideas do not hold up. Sometimes it's just too easy to overlook something because we think it's a fact when it clearly isn't. Today we need to re-examine the Take Cake to the Children minigame from FNAF 2 and compare it to the Security Puppet
Nice,
minigame from
okay,
FNAF
okay.
6, because these two minigames are not as similar as I thought they were. I'd say the most similar thing about each of these two minigames is that both children are locked outside and get killed. But there are some very notable differences here, and I'd like to quickly point out some of them. First, the amount of children present is quite different. We see a maximum of 3 children in the Security Puppet minigame, whereas the Cake minigame shows 6
Wrong.
children. Hold on, what am I saying?
oh
That is
yeah, it
actually
was Freddy.
completely wrong. There are a ton of children coming and going that the puppet is watching with all their different colored wristbands and stuff. So scrap that. There's definitely more than 3 children here. There's more than 6 children here. There are a ton of children coming and going through this place. But the way the children are behaving is completely different, and all 6 of the children in the FNAF 2 minigame are like standing where they are. They're not coming and going like this. What I actually mean by the 3 children statement is that there's 3 children present when Charlie is at the window, and when her death occurs, they're all walking away. So there's pretty much nobody there versus the 6 children in FNAF 2 all standing there. It's quite a different scenario.
interesting
in
if
a series
those
where
3
this kind of
characters
difference
came
can
back.
literally change
Right.
the entire lore of FNAF, I find it strange that we glaze over this difference simply because of how similar the 2 children's deaths are in these minigames. There's also a Freddy animatronic here in the Cake minigame, wandering around giving
Freddy.
cake. The only animatronic we know of when Charlie dies near the exit is the puppet, but the puppet does not show up in this FNAF 2 minigame, unless you count the jump scare at the end. The gift boxes trapping the puppet are also nowhere to be seen in this minigame, and if this was Charlie's death, those boxes should be here, as well as the puppet. In the FNAF 2 minigame, we see the purple car show up and William get out, but in FNAF 6, we don't actually see anything that happens. We don't see William or the car, so both of those things, at best, are implied. And I'm not trying to be ridiculous here, I do think that it's the same car and the same killer. I'm not implying that there's more to this story than there is. I just want to point out the differences because they do exist. I'd also like to point out that the exits are different as well. The FNAF 2 game does not show any sign of a window near this exit, whereas in Charlie's death, she's looking through a window, not a door. And since in the Cake minigame there's only a door, that would
it'd just
imply
be
that the
very
child's
simple, but
trying to
yeah.
get back in through the door, whereas Charlie is kind of jumping at the window trying to get the children to come back and let her in. It's also worth mentioning the audio voice that plays in the FNAF 2 minigame. In the past, it's been hotly debated that the Save Him audio here could be Scott Cawthon's one retcon from the original series. Theorists have presented
Ding, ding, ding,
multiple
ding, ding.
ideas on how this can still work and this can still be the puppet in the minigame without this phrase being a retcon of the puppet's gender. And while I'm not opposed to any of those ideas, I think there's a much more obvious answer here, because I truly think these minigames are clearly showing different children. These were never meant to be the same character, which would ultimately
okay.
mean that this isn't Henry's daughter. So you might be thinking, hold on a second, Frar. In Henry's speech at the end of FNAF 6,
The
it clearly
background
shows
of
us
it.
Take the Cake minigame,
I
right, as
liked it.
Henry's talking about his daughter. The implication then being that this is his daughter, right? Well, if we actually look at the little clip from FNAF 6 again, that's not exactly what's happening here. Let's watch the clip.
My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were
Omnisubs,
shut
what about
out
the
and
Henry
left
speech?
to die, no one was
Speaking
there to
of the
lift you
devil.
up into their arms, the way you
Right, he
lifted
predicted
others
you,
to
yeah.
yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter.
When Henry is talking to his daughter and he says, "I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out," we see a child shut out of the building. I think this is where most of the confusion about what child this is stems from. Clearly this is Charlie being shut out, right? As he continues to talk, the video changes to the other footage from the security puppet minigame, where we for sure see his daughter. But why would the game show us both of these moments together like this, right in a row? It has to be her in both scenes, right? But that doesn't make sense with all the evidence we've just pointed out, unless we consider what Henry says to his daughter right before this. Right before this, he says, "I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent." Immediately after "protect the innocent" is spoken, this is when the video shows us this child outside of the building.
It's in your nature to protect the innocent.
So I propose that this segment is first showing us one of the innocent children that Henry just referred to, a child that Charlie wants to protect. That's why we hear the words "save him" being spelled out in this minigame. The puppet wanted to save this child. This isn't Scott retconning the gender of these words in the minigame, pointing us to the idea that this is Henry's daughter, but rather, these are separate events that Henry's daughter is connected to. Henry's literally explaining how selfless his daughter is as he speaks to her, her desire to save others, and that's why we see this child's minigame again first, because he brings this up as he continues to talk about his daughter and her selflessness. It's essentially to show how she cared for others and wanted to save them. The death being so similar to hers just makes it all the more tragic, and her motivation even stronger. One last connection I do want to make that's definitely stretching it, so I saved it for the end because I don't think it's really as relevant, but essentially, when Henry's talking to his daughter, he says, "And then what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter." And what's really interesting is that in FNAF 2, the child standing by the door does not disappear. They're essentially still standing by the door. Whereas when Charlie is jumping up and down at the window, she literally does disappear. So I don't know if it's just like an interesting play on words to kind of connect us to that, hey, this is Charlie. She literally like disappears from the minigame until you go outside. Or if it's just, you know, me definitely overthinking things, which is something I do. So my apologies. At the end of the day, I don't make all these videos to be like, hey, I'm right, because guess what? If you look at pretty much any of my videos, you'll see that I've been like instantly disproven by someone that has an equally great perspective.
Oh, yeah, he's right though. This is 100% what happened in the movie. That is true. That is, yeah. If anything, you predicted the movie though. Very cool.
More evidence to prove that I'm actually wrong. But I'm here for the love of the game.
Trying to save
I
another
want to
person,
meet
another
other
kid.
theorists. I want to talk, discuss.
Yes.
I just
Hey.
love FNAF. At the end of the day, I just want this to be a really
Predicted the
fun
movie.
place to come and discuss FNAF. I want to learn more. I don't care if I'm right. I am in this for the love of it. It's something
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
passionate
I'm talking
about.
about.
It's
This is
something
still
that
true.
matters.
That's, yeah,
And I
that's,
hope
that's
it's
how I love
you
it.
too. And that's the kind of environment I want to cultivate here. And that's really all I've got for today. So
better
thank you
ask
for
people to
listening.
subscribe.
Let me know what
Footage
you
is
think,
getting
and
me.
hopefully we'll see you down in the comments.
No, you missed it again.
Inspired me
Everyone
to give
like and
a B-roll.
subscribe. Oh my god.
Now-
it seems everyone like and subscribe, please, because he doesn't say it.
Yeah, for
Everyone
sure.
Smash that like and subscribe button, please. Thank you.
Now, Teacher Brar, I've got a question. Unless I missed it, do you explain who that kid is then, if it's
No.
not Charlie?
Hello, Mr.
Who is
3D
it?
Gaming. No
Just a
worries, glad you're here, by the way. Just no, I like I
Okay,
like being the victim
victim.
too. What is happening in the
Yeah.
background?
You don't know which one it is, or like, okay.
No, I don't have any idea.
No, I mean,
Fair
look,
enough.
that's like literally the FNAF 2 movie. We don't know who this victim is. Some random kid like that could work. I mean, I liked it a lot. I like the differences. I don't know. I think if Scott were to make them the same, right? Like that's definitely what he's saying. He could have tried a bit more to make them identical in that sense, you know, while also fitting what the puppet security minigame was. Like the, you know, things where you probably knew us fans were gonna look into, you know, like the window or the door, like the placement or exactly how it happened. I think could have been, you know.
Yep.
I
I think originally I was trying to make a like follow-up video to it, but that thought process is so long gone. I just don't even remember.
Nah, man, like, yeah, I thought it was cool. Literally the FNAF 2 movie. Unnamed.
Yeah, and I
Losing.
kind of gave a lot of my thoughts early on. Like, I liked where you were going with it in the beginning, and like, I think I already like gave a lot of my thoughts in the beginning of like, I get the weirdness of like. Well, and you're not even saying it's the crying child, which is where I was really curious, because I was then like, oh, wait a minute, if you're saying it's the crying child, wait, did William kill his own son then? Like, but you didn't. You're keeping it nebulous, so like, fair enough. It could be one of the random MCI, I guess. I mean, like, that's where you lose me, but, like, I like the thinking of, like, looking for details like that of, like, this doesn't perfectly line up. Like, that detail of, like, oh, yeah, like, save him, right? Like, that's a big throw-off, and my take is still that, like, that is the retcon, because that's the easiest way for me to explain it. And it might be a cop-out, but, like, I think there's a good chance for it that, again, like, not that the genders were swapped, but again, specifically that they were the same character at one point. And the save him, I guess, would imply that the boy came first as a concept, I guess, and Charlie came later.
Yeah, that could
It's
be.
me spitballing. But yeah, overall good theory. You know, like, subscribe, all that as usual.
Yup.
The background
Pretty much
video
my thoughts.
feed is the only.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need some of that B-roll at some point. You've given me
Right?
some ideas.
Yeah, we'll put it in the background as well. Wow.
Did you record that yourself?
Yes,
but
I have
so
like
right, yeah.
hours of footage of me
Nice.
dinking around in both Help 1 and
God, I need to
That
get a
is so
VR
funny.
set up at the
OBS
moment.
disconnected. OBS, lock in.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's
Uh-oh.
spinning.
Okay, I think we're back.
All right, wait.
I'm
wait.
so sorry,
Yeah.
everyone. We crashed. Technical difficulties. My
no.
OBS just gave out on me. I'm sorry, but we're back. We're back. So what were you saying on name? Sorry, OBS interrupt.
No, you're good.
Sounds good, Var.
What was it? What was I saying? Hang on, I lost my train of thought. Like, that happens so easy with me. What is it? Oh yeah, I remember.
Okay.
For Help Wanted 3, because there has to be a Help Wanted 3, just because I want this to be a thing.
Real.
Do you remember the food prep mini games of Help Wanted 2?
Yes, with Chica.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And yeah, because she's there during the day too. Well, it's the staff bots for the day version.
Yeah,
At L
exactly.
Chips. Yeah. But yeah, all of those, I would love like a continuation of that series. I want an endless mode, but I'd also love it as multiplayer, where there's
Ooh.
like several different food stations,
That'd be so
and you have to like
cool.
have multiple people doing multiple things to fulfill
Yeah.
an order quickly. Like, oh my god, would that
That'd
not be so
That
fun
would
with
be
the three
so
of us?
fun. Yeah, if they do that, we're definitely playing that. You kidding me? But that'd be like one of us like on the kitchen and like serving and like popcorn or whatever. That'd be so cool.
Right,
That'd be
one
awesome,
doing
yeah.
orders and like
Yeah.
one making drinks, or whatever. Like,
You need a yeah. Var
something
would
like-
love that idea. Yeah,
God, that would be
that'd
peak.
be really cool.
Um,
Dang.
like, no, I said pink lemonade.
Right, he's like wrong one, and then like Chica's like right in front of us. That'd be sick,
Right.
yeah. I guess in general, I'm surprised there hasn't been like a FNAF like multiverse project, or not multiverse, sorry,
Oh.
multiplayer. Because
It has an icing on the
back.
cake.
Welcome back. Unnamed, give
Um,
him your crazy idea. Here, check this out.
For Help Wanted 3, and I want there to be a Help Wanted 3 just for this minigame idea. But do you remember the food prep minigames of Help Wanted 2?
Yes, and they're like the best.
I want not only a multiplayer version of it, I want an endless mode of it too.
Oh,
But definitely a
so-
multiplayer where there's like multiple food stations and you've got to do multiple things with multiple people.
Yes.
to
Wasn't
fulfill
one of
an
them
order.
going to be multiplayer at one point?
News to
I can't remember
me.
if that was a VR one though, but man, would that have been fun.
Like, that's
Sorry,
why
go
I
ahead.
want that for that, because so like we could do it together, and like if there's only 3, you can have an AI player cop in.
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
And as an
Really
extra
cool.
cool idea, like, say like I screw up something like so bad, and I get jump scared, it doesn't end it for everybody. I
Only
get
you're
taken out.
Yeah,
That looks
that'd be
so
cool.
funny.
And
yeah.
now
Oh my
you
God.
guys have to do my job
Lock
too
in.
on top of yours.
That'd be
That
really
would
cool,
be
yeah.
super cool.
No, yeah, and
So
just in general, like a multiverse FNAF game, not multiverse. Why do I keep multiplayer FNAF game is very much needed. Like that'd be so much fun.
It,
Like
oh my
running
gosh, it'd be
around the
so-
Pizzaplex together. Come on.
Yeah, like literally just let you be random kids that are like running through. One
Yeah,
of the
like
FNAF
why
buildings
not?
or something.
Exactly. That'd be so cool. Steel, I know you're watching this. Make it happen, please.
Yeah, still, well, like, a multiplayer, endless mode, multiple stage, and the jump scare idea, where like if one player gets jump scared and they're out, it's like Bronze and V have to do my job and theirs and finish the night.
Multiverse.
That would be so funny. Like,
Really?
V, get the drinks. I gotta take this order.
Yeah, you get to
so
be
cool.
like the backseat driver once you're dead, just like screaming at them.
Dang. Now, yeah. Now I really want that. Now, okay. Hopefully, for Up 1 and 3, it's somehow multiplayer. Wow.
You're like, no, with
Yeah,
me.
co-op FNAF is sick. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should all do a fan game of that, and we could try it out. Like Roblox is my best
That'd be fun.
example I have right now, but
God, yeah, that'd be great.
yeah. All right, here we go.
Did I
Another
miss
spin
the
though.
spin? What one are we?
Oh, we have
Okay.
spun. Yeah, don't worry. No, yeah, we're waiting. So let's hope it's unnamed.
I don't know about
We need a bronze one too.
Yeah, Rav, like, I hope we
Bronze one,
don't
yeah,
get to
you
me.
can't keep delaying yours.
No! all right, the player. This one isn't that bad, honestly. It's more just like such a random one, and people didn't like it. I saw like a Reddit post about it. Someone bashing me, and I was like, whoa.
Let's see.
The Reddit post was like there's no evidence to it, and I was like, I know, but like it's just a cool idea, I swear, you know. That Reddit post still haunts me,
Oh.
and yeah, it's okay. Let
And
me
we
see if I
did
can
get
find
one
it.
of yours.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so yes, this is my video, unfortunately. This was released. Let's see. Okay, let me pull this up real quick.
Policy order of things I wanted to
Sorry, I'm skipping past
put
this
out
ad.
was
No free ads. Okay, so this is my video. This is who is the player in Secret of the Mimic? Exclamation mark, question mark, FNAF theory. This was released on March 10th, 2025. So a few months before the game. So yeah, this is well after Help 1 and 2. So let's see. Let's go. Here we go. Again, just ignore my voice. I don't know how bad my voice is this one. Oh yeah, let me fix this. 1 second, everyone.
Just so there's not a delay.
Okay, here we go. You guys should be able to see it now. And I think stream can also see it. I hope. I think. Can you guys see the right
Yeah.
stream? Yeah, we can see.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I
Okay,
see
perfect.
that now.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Freddy's Secret of the
Oh, that is
Mimic will be
loud,
the
I'm
latest
sorry.
installment to the franchise, and the most recent trailer was released, revealing new lore and gameplay. But one of the biggest mysteries that comes from this game that hasn't been revealed yet is who is going to be the protagonist or who we will play as. There isn't much evidence to go off of to theorize who we will play as, and the trailer doesn't really introduce any new lore or evidence. So I want to cover a possibility that makes the most sense narratively and would connect itself to the newer and older games in the FNAF franchise. The solution would follow a family, 3 generations facing off against one major threat who keeps coming back,
Yep.
the Mimic, who will also be known as Jackie, and the family would be known
Not
as what
really.
I've begun to call the Bonnie family. Cassie from Ruin, Cassie's dad from Help 1 and 2, who is also Bonnie Bro from FNAF 4, and Cassie's grandfather from FNAF Secret of the Mimic. What if, in this newest FNAF
Really
game, we
want this
play
to
as
be
Bonnie
true.
Bro's dad,
Right,
who
yeah, it
also
could still
worked
happen,
for
but, you
Fazbear's
know.
Entertainment.
This is
But
true.
first, let's
As
go
of
over everything
now,
we
not
do
really.
know about the protagonist. The trailer opens with Han Unit telling us and the player that a contractor for Fazbear's Entertainment named Edwin Murray has gone missing and has left his warehouse abandoned. In that warehouse, he left behind new technology that he was developing, which is an endoskeleton prototype that can adapt to any costume and become any character, the Mimic. We learn that the Mimic is malfunctioning and can be very dangerous, and we actually got many looks at the Mimic in many different costumes. Now this is important information that I will relate back to the protagonist and to the other members of the Bonnie family later in the video. But so far, all we know about this mysterious character is that they work for Fazbear's and were hired to retrieve the Mimic, which doesn't tell us who they are. However, we do actually get our first look at their design into a uniform that other employees
The
are
arm,
wearing.
the infamous
In
arm.
many shots of the trailer, we see them
Yup.
wearing
I
a green
remember
sweater or
the
jacket
infamous
with
arm.
yellow gloves. And we can assume this is a uniform, as in this shot of an elephant mascot suit, it looks like a body was actually stuffed inside of it, presumably by the Mimic, and they're wearing the same green jacket.
Also, they
and
changed
yellow
the
gloves.
mascot though. I
In the
realized.
Tales from the Pizzaplex novels, we learn that 2 other teams were
Huh.
sent to retrieve the Mimic, but both groups were killed by the Mimic and stuffed into mascot suits, which is exactly what we see here. But the uniform
Back when I thought
design
the
doesn't tell us
books were
anything else
canon.
about the player either, and we also don't get any voice lines from them or anyone else giving us clues. So instead, let's look
Still
at this
gets me so
mystery
excited
narratively, and
remembering.
what would make the most
Right,
sense
yeah.
and what would be the most satisfying. So let's look at the Bonnie family one by one. In the Ruin DLC, we play as Cassie, who is a new character in the series revealed to be Gregory's friend. Throughout this game, we learn a lot about her dad through these small clues, like the fact that he worked as a technician for Fazbear's Entertainment when she reveals that her dad has a Faz wrench just like the one she found. We also learn that her dad's favorite animatronic was Bonnie when she finds this Bonnie lunchbox, and this is a very important clue that plays a big role with the installment released directly
Riptail
after
games, I
Ruin.
won't miss you
We
with
Looks
also
someone
find
familiar.
this note that we've assumed came from Cassie's dad. Gone for a while,
I mean,
money
that's
for
something
food
that
on
I do
counter,
know.
emergency contacts on fridge, showing that he
It's
left
me,
her
I miss
alone
it.
at one point to go somewhere that she wasn't aware of, and this somewhere is revealed in FNAF 1 and 2, which actually takes place in the timeline before Ruin. In this game, we follow a person who is completing tasks in the virtual and real world. It's
This, I
believed
don't
that
know if
this
I'm right about, I
person
don't know.
ventured down to the sinkhole and to the abandoned FNAF 6 pizzeria to complete the final Princess Quest arcade machine to free
Hundreds of
Vanessa.
elephants.
In Security Breach, we also learn that this person completed the first 2 arcade machines and accused Fazbear's Entertainment of hiding the glitch in the arcades. They also stated that the princess was testing them and that they weren't worthy yet, not until they completed the last machine. But in the exit interview message, they were being let go as they begged to stay one more night to save the princess, and this person is none other than Cassie's dad. He is able to complete the last machine all the way in Help 1 and 2, so the story comes full circle. We know this because he also had a Faz wrench like Cassie described, Carney says he looks old enough to have kids, and in the bad ending, we see Cassie's dad's mind transferred into a staff bot by the Nightmare bots, the same staff bot from the beginning of Ruin. In this ending, we see the same moment from Ruin when Cassie finds the Vanny mask, but this time from the perspective of the staff bot, meaning Cassie's dad is now inside of this staff bot, and he was the one who handed his daughter the Vanny mask. While playing the final arcade machine, there's an Easter egg that also reveals Cassie's dad is the exact same person as someone from FNAF 4. After completing some levels and defeating the glitch, you will find these gravestones with plushies next to them, and after lighting them in a specific order, a secret stairway will open, and there you will find a chest. When opening it, inside is a Bonnie mask with the message, "This looks familiar." It's been theorized that her dad is the same character as this boy wearing the Bonnie mask from the FNAF 4 ending, who is Bonnie Bro. The reason the mask is familiar is because it's the same one he wore on that night, and it's also why Cassie says that Bonnie is her dad's favorite animatronic. Some of the biggest themes of Help 1 and 2 is the idea of accepting the past, giving memories life, and moving on. The player accepts the past by collecting plushies of every victim of the missing
I don't know how I feel about
incident.
this also,
He gives
but-
their memories life
This
by
is
lighting their
peak.
gravestones in the same order that they were tragically murdered.
If I can
And he
ask a
finally
question
moves
real
on
quick.
by finding
Yes, of course.
What do you think the Grave Orders is trying to tell us?
I guess easiest answer would be like the kill order, if that's what you mean.
Because I've heard other people like have different interpretations of what it actually means. Of like, this is who moved on first. This is who was killed first. This is who, like, moved on like last. Or I've even seen like reverse order. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't heard a lot of consensus on when I was paying more attention to it, at least.
Yeah.
But is that your take then? That it is the like death order?
Yeah, I want to say Grave War just because I'm pretty sure Chica is first, you know, and in that sense, like, I was the first. I've
Yes.
seen everything. Not saying that she's, like, the first killed in the timeline necessarily, but I think starting with MCI then, and then it goes, like, to the other ones. So I do think it's kill order first just because of that fact.
Isn't it really weird then that isn't it like Charlie the last one?
Yeah, I think so, which makes... Because then, yeah, it's, like, the 5, and
Which-
then Golden Freddy, and then I think the puppet.
And then the puppet, right? Which
Right.
really
Or in that
doesn't-
sense, like, it could be like, who's freed, because then
right?
Puppet is freed, like, by her mask, like, falling a little bit afterwards, you know?
And she technically would have. Well,
Been...
she's still around all the way up into FNAF 6, technically, because Henry has to make Lefty to get her.
Right, or that, yeah. Yeah,
So she's definitely
I don't know. That's
last.
the only thing. She shouldn't be last, like, in the sense of her being killed. She would have been either first, depending on what you believe in, you know?
I mean, it makes it cleaner to say like, oh, this is the order they all moved on in, so I avoid that problem. I guess.
Yeah. Right, yeah, I'm split on it, but I lean towards the kill order the most. I don't know about Voir.
V, what do you think? Yeah.
The thing that like bothers me more is like, how does our player know whatever this order means? Like, why is it significant to them?
Oh.
Because he was the Bonnie bully. He would have been like adjacent to all of this as it happened as a kid.
So he would have known Charlotte's as well, and the other kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least there's a very good chance he would have.
How would he know the order?
That is
Right?
an
Would
excellent
anyone know
question.
the order besides like
That's
the
what
people who
that's
were
what I
there?
meant.
Oh yeah, well, it would literally, unless we're playing as William here, would literally anyone but him know the order? That's why it really doesn't feel like it can be the death order.
But
And
then,
it's
like, really, I
especially
guess with anything or any order, like, how does he also know who was freed first or who
Yeah,
was,
that's what I'm
you
like.
know? That also is very hard.
It's part of why I think it's Arnold, but I'm so sick of thinking everything's Arnold. 'Cause it's like,
No, I like it.
that doesn't work for him to be everything.
like,
We don't
Right,
need
it's-
Fate.
yeah,
we need
it'll
Fate Arnold
Fate
theory.
Arnold.
Everything
Yeah.
is Arnold.
This is true by
Right,
Glitch,
this-
it also does depend on how metaphorical this part is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, was it
That's
just
the
for the
thing,
game
like-
sec? Yeah, I don't know.
that's
Yeah,
just
because
what
that's
I'm.
the problem with the VR games too. It's like so much was just like this is just like
Yeah.
gameplay we're doing versus like how things actually play out.
And is this like a legitimate like manipulation by glitchtrap? Is any
Yeah,
of this
that
even
too.
real?
Right.
And if so, why? Like, what does it mean?
Yeah, Chica,
What does things
Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, Golden Freddy, Puppet. Okay, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so it's like what does that mean? Like, would glitchtrap know that? Or well, ooh, hang on, William would know that. Hang on,
The puppet laughs?
I've got an answer for that. I just realized that. Never mind, I have to be quiet now. I think V knows what I'm thinking, but
With
like-
puppet last, I do not know.
no, like think about what I just thought of. Like I was thinking about glitchtrap more.
Yeah,
and
the
then
other stuff I get, but
Well, yeah,
That's-
and then how does that make sense to me now? Because it's like, oh, the only one who would know the death order was William, right? So it can explain that too to me. But like, again, that's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything. So I guess that answers my question, which is really well.
Glitch Afton.
I mean, assuming this is all a manipulation by glitchtrap, like some last gambit to keep from getting destroyed, I guess, which would make sense to me here. Like, but what does he do? Like, what is he trying to say then? Like, what is that order still? That doesn't explain what that is.
No.
Explains how he would know.
Yeah, I mean, I want to just take that. That's too, like, you know, it's just for the sake of the gameplay. Because it makes it easier.
Right, like, I don't know, I really still want to say, it's like would William know the order they moved on? Hang on.
The dead know the order
also
they haven't
thanks
moved
for
on.
being here, Chad. This has been
Yes,
I've already
thank you.
had
This
so
has been
many
very much
laughs. I've had to mute
Real.
myself because I'm laughing so much.
No, I don't think he would. Probably. Maybe. I mean, I guess there's a possibility. I mean, that is weird. I mean, he might have known roughly, or at least like maybe guessed off their death order. Like, but even then that's just saying the death order and the move on order is the same, which also doesn't make sense. So it's like,
Right.
again, like I really don't feel like we know exactly what is being said here with the graves. I guess is my takeaway.
Huh. Yeah, it's still very a little confusing. I don't know. I think I was a bit more confident, but not really as much anymore about saying it's the death order.
Right. And you are right, Hydra. The bodies of the kids were never found. Well, by the public at least. You're
What
right.
happened to the bodies afterwards?
I mean, I've got to. It's in the narrative. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, certainly someone had to find it eventually,
Lord.
didn't they?
Right? Yeah.
This
yeah.
ad looks super cool.
The what?
I got this ad about these cars you could
Oh.
build that look really cool.
Nice. I'm gonna run an ad just because you said that. No, I'm kidding. I'm running an ad, everyone.
If you the boy, you would know what the other kids are missing.
The bodies were put on.
Oh.
Oh, but like that's what the grave is in Midnight Motorist, perhaps.
Interesting guesses.
Because that is a really big hole. And at least in 5 laps at Freddy's.
Literally no one would guess what I've written. None of you would guess.
Something with the mimic, I want to say.
No. Like, legitimately no.
Catches the mimic.
Catches the mimic?
Fetch.
Oh. Bet.
That'd be a twist. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to yap about for a second.
No,
the grave order. I still have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know either. We never will know.
I didn't know if he did.
Right. You guys ready? Sorry if
Yeah.
I'm loud. Or that video's loud.
A memory from his own traumatic past. The mask he wore when he was responsible for murdering an innocent person by throwing the crying child into Fredbear's mouth. After he finds the mask, he is able to trade the glitchtrap plushie to the old king, which is the only reason Vanessa is able to become free. This simple Bonnie mask was the key to finally beating the Princess Quest arcade machines. But now that we know Cassie was the protagonist in Ruin, and that her dad was the protagonist in Help 1 and 2, how can Cassie's grandfather be the protagonist in Secret of the Mimic? Well, when we started with Ruin and Cassie, each game that releases after follows the last generation. Help 1 and 2 focuses on her father, and the next game would focus on her grandfather. Each game would also move back more in time, as Help 1 and 2 took place sometime before Ruin, and Secret of the Mimic takes place decades before any of those games. Also in FNAF 4, because Cassie's dad is Bonnie Bro, that means he was actually friends with Michael Afton, who was wearing this Foxy mask, one that even showed up in Ruin. And what if the reason they were even friends, and the reason they were always in the pizzeria together is because both their dads worked for the company? Michael's dad, William Afton, was the CEO of Fazbear's Entertainment, and Bonnie Bro's dad could have been a technician for the company and was sent to retrieve the Mimic. In the trailer, he even uses a similar Faz wrench to the one Cassie and her dad use, as it has the same 2 prongs and screen on it. It's used to access the terminal or screen, and it could also be used to unlock doors or machinery like it's used in Ruin or Help 1 to access
that I was somehow right about.
This Faz wrench is just a much older version of the other models we've seen, as Secret of
all
the
this
Mimic
very
will
well
take
could
place
be.
in the year 1979, 4 years before FNAF 4. So if Bonnie Bro's dad worked for Fazbear's Entertainment and also had to face the Mimic through the events of this game, this could be a reason why Bonnie Bro ever decided to work for the company when he was an adult and as a technician, as his dad also was a technician, worked for the company, and even owned a Faz wrench like the one he would own years later. Narratively, this would make the most sense, as we are following the same family attempting to stop the Mimic. Bonnie Bro's dad attempted to stop Jackie or the Mimic in multiple mascot suits in 1979. Bonnie Bro attempted to stop the Mimic as glitchtrap in Help 1 and 2 by completing the final Princess Quest arcade machine and by freeing Vanessa. And finally, Cassie attempted to stop him in Ruin when she accidentally freed him. Now I think this idea will be revealed slowly throughout Secret of the Mimic, similar to Ruin, where we learn that the player has a son whose favorite animatronic is Bonnie.
Okay, Richardson.
Oh my god,
the
this is
holiday
my own ad.
Going. But then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
I see where you were going with that, though.
Right, yeah, I know,
Wait,
yeah.
Christmas ads?
Yeah, I'm getting Christmas ads. I'm a little
So
behind,
mad.
clearly. I'm a little behind somehow.
We can assume this game will also have collectibles like every Steelwolf FNAF game has had, and maybe every collectible will have a message under it from the player, exactly how Ruin did.
No
The player
messages.
could find something like a Bonnie plush, and the message could be anything like, "My son's favorite was always Bonnie." Or we might even find the exact
Would've
same
been cool.
Bonnie mask from FNAF 4 and
Nope.
Help 1 and 2.
That would've been
Based on
cool.
the warehouse
I like
design
that
from
idea
Help 1 and
still.
2, we see the front of his advertisement.
Wait, this isn't even MCM anymore. Wait, by the
ooh.
way, this isn't even the MCM we see, so.
The second I see this, I immediately remember. Did we get literally any clarification on like the blue Bonnie and golden Freddy in the mural there?
No, but that is one of the other videos we might have reacted to. It's like, oh, the missing character, and it's like this one right here. You're right, yeah. No, we don't. This is just like the miniature model in one of his offices, so. Right, because that's a weird thing. Why is like the face of like probably the earliest point a blue bunny and not a golden bunny, like spring bunny?
Like, if he hasn't been working with Fazbear for that long, then why are they here?
Yeah.
Like there's just so much that's weird here. Because, like, it feels, from what I remember from Secret of the Mimic, it feels like they're also making it clear, like, Edwin didn't create those characters. He's just, like, making spring-locked suits for them, right?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware. Because, like, he doesn't, like, display, like, any, like... I mean, Chica's there, but I've got a whole separate explanation of it. But there's no Freddy, there's no Bonnie, there's no Foxy.
No, and that's
anywhere.
where I was also wrong. I think in my other ones, I'm like, oh, we'll probably see mascot versions of all of them, including Fredbear, and that'll lead to like glitchtrap, you know. But no.
Right. But no, if he didn't own them, it would make sense we only see them in R&D where he's doing contract work for Fazbear. So I
Right,
don't think
exactly.
he would have owned them originally. So it's
Yeah.
like, if those are Fazbear characters, what are they doing on the mural? It's like, that's super weird to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, I think it was weird in general just to show us this. Like, I still think something is happening here. Show us this, right, like in full size, and then for it to only be a miniature model. I don't know. I find that weird, you know?
It is. It is.
So that's what
the
bothered
only
me.
time we see it.
Yeah, because this design in general is cool. Very cool.
Although, now that I think about it, do you think, just like in some of the concept art, that, like, where the front of the factory is, like, from inside, where, like, that gift shop and everything is, where you can go down to the basement where Moon is, do you think that's just on the back end of the factory and this all exists on the building and we just don't see this from our perspective where Arnold pulls up?
Oh.
Because doesn't he technically pull into the side or the back? Technically, well, he goes in through the back.
Yeah, I think he does. It's just like we still see the model though, right? Like the miniature model, and I don't think there's any.
We do.
that. Right.
It just makes me wonder. Like, this feels like something that would be at the front of a parking lot where, like, all these people are coming. This is the showy entrance, and it like makes it sound like we're going in the back entrance, from what I remember. That's just what I wanted. Like, this might be, which is weird that they wouldn't have shown us that as well. But I guess we don't see it from the outside.
I don't know. I guess when we go right, like we're like in the entrance, what it also feels like, because then we're like in this lobby where Edwin's like, "Oh, remember everything, you know, you can buy," and then you go into like the welcome show. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what other entrance.
Well, I mean, didn't it outright say it's a side entrance, but it kind of implies from that, like, that it's more for like buyers or investors. And not like,
I don't know,
the general public who's like, oh hey, like come check out my like a factory tour and like mass and like as you see, right, this feels like the showy public one.
I think I don't know, maybe I don't know. People can like when they go like fly around. I swear people have done that to the MCM and looked around it, and I don't remember seeing it, so I'm not sure, but maybe. I'd have to look up that video, you know.
That's the thing, and it might not even be modeled. That's just what I wanted. Like,
right, yeah.
I don't know. I would need to see the whole factory itself, just because it's like. I haven't
seen it in its full.
Right.
That's a good point about Pure Hydro. This is where the bullies bought their masks. That's true. Their mask story. That's what I thought. I thought that was that's where I'm going with this. Like, oh, he'll go in the front and find a Bonnie mask and be like, this is perfect.
Maybe they
for my
got
son.
A license from Fazbear.
Right, something like that, you know.
Actually, yeah. Because it didn't happen, like, even by the time MCM falls apart, like, if they had already worked out a deal, like, a year or two before, there could have been an overlap time where they're making Fazbear masks.
Yeah.
Very well could have. That'd be interesting.
I'm just so sad we never saw it, because it looks so cool.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm sorry, I just wanted
to... wait, if I'm not mistaken, the layout of the facade matches that of the retail showroom? Really? You see a small model on the house thing on the desk? Yeah. You can do a fly around pretty easy with UU. Right, yeah, I have it installed, but I actually don't have Secret Mimic on my PC, surprisingly. Oh, Unusual Carrot, there he is. Welcome. Dynamic stream deal for real. Sorry, Stickman guy. Like the door and stuff. Unusual Carrot, you were in the comment section of one of our videos, and we're talking about you, saying that you weren't here, but welcome. The Vanny mask is the end of the mask story so far. That's true, yeah, there's a lot of mask stuff in general. Like also the mask of the Happiest Day. That's also important.
And the fact they go back to Help 101 is weird.
That's true. Interesting. Alright.
Bloop. Masks and gifts. So what if while the player is attempting to retrieve the mimic, he picked up a Bonnie mask, the same Bonnie mask he would eventually give to Bonnie Bro, and that's why it's so cherished to him. And really, Stu was actively introducing the new family that we will follow throughout the next couple of FNAF games, the Bonnie family. For years we followed the Afton family, and this was slowly revealed as more games were released, and the exact same thing is happening with this family. It's slowly being revealed that they are all connected, and it's clear that it's this family that are all attempting to take down the mimic once and for all. And currently it looks like Bonnie is what is connecting the three members of the family. Alongside Bonnie being Bonnie Bro's favorite, we can also assume that he was liked by Cassie, as she wonders what happened to him and why he was replaced. The protagonist here could also voice their interest in Bonnie, maybe even when he finds a mascot version of this character. But this brings me to the voice lines themselves, and the fact that we might not get any from this player. In both FNAF Security Breach and Ruin, we got voice lines from both main players, but then in the VR Help Wanted games, we had no voice lines from the person we played as. So it looks like the characters in the VR games don't get voice lines, but characters in flat game modes do. But Secret of the Mimic is reportedly going to be both. In the trailer, we got footage from the flat mode, but we also learned you should be able to play the game in VR mode, so really getting voice lines from the player could go either way. But even if we don't get voice lines, the protagonist will be important and will have some impact on the overarching story and lore. Gregory, Cassie, and their father have all had an
VR
impact.
Secret Mimic? No, not yet.
Is it still
Don't
not
remind
out?
me.
I know, I was like, don't bring it up or it's gonna be sad. Yeah, no. And it's like, I think there could be some lore thing there. Like, I always think of it like as a Help Wanted update almost. Where it could not necessarily even have its own ending, but there could be more to see or more kind of something there.
Right, more things in it. But that's super weird to me that it's not, because certainly they had to at least be working on it somewhat.
Right, because that was their plan. Like, it'd be a release together. So I'm assuming they have to be well into production. So I'd say,
what, hasn't it been a year?
6 months? So I'd say like another 6 months, like a year. I think a full year, like June. I think summer we could VR mode tomorrow. So something so I wish. So I honestly think it could be tomorrow. My best guess.
That might be what they're teasing, but we'll have to see. Well, it'd be weird, but yeah.
And then Abyss would be December. No, I'm kidding. Abyss won't be for a while.
No. Sadly.
Real.
In their own ways and have
I'm
also
almost
solidified
convinced
the
they
roles
forgot.
in the lore, so why wouldn't the same apply to the main player for Secret of the Mimic? They will have an impact to the story in their own way, and I believe it's through a new family. And I think it's clear that we are going to follow this new family, the Bonnie family, in this new era of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. So with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video where I go over a possibility for the protagonist and main player.
We've been clickbaited. A lot of this is not even wrong, dude.
Well, it's because, I mean, I guess more just like, I thought, I remember talking about Mexus, but I think it's a different one. But then I go like, oh yeah, and then he's gonna sacrifice himself and hop in Mexus, and then it's like a family reunion. I guess that's a different one. I thought it was this one. Yeah, I guess in that sense still possible. But I think more just because, I don't know. I wish Arnold had a bit more to his backstory. Because like the line where we do find out he has a kid was cut, so that's why I'm like, oh, I guess I'm wrong in that sense. Because I don't know how we all feel about content, but when it's something like that where you cut them from the game and replace them, I don't know. Yeah.
That was another banger. I liked it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I was expecting to disagree with more, but like, yeah, V kind of hit it on the head of like, yeah, no, there's a lot possible. Like, I don't know if they're like the focus of the current era. Like, they're certainly there, and you're right. I think that like potential family, like if that family dynamic exists as like a focal point, I do think you're more right than V's older idea of like trying to say like it's just Arnold and Cassie. Like that gets a little hard for me to believe. I know you really want it to work, but like
I don't know if I want it to work.
It is so much easier to say like, oh, there's a grandfather who was at Secret of the Mimic, and I'm like, okay, and then his son, who would be still young, like let's say a preteen in '79, sure, that works. Which, well, wait a minute. Even that's kind of like, does Arnold in Secret of the Mimic sound like he could have a preteen son?
No, it sounds very young. Even in the voice line,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, maybe, but he sounds very young.
Or wouldn't he be like not even up for like 9? We could say we could say like 8 at this point, right? And then 4 years later, he's a 12 preteen in FNAF 4, which makes more sense.
Yeah,
wouldn't have to have a very old kid though.
Yeah, would Arnold have a 9-year-old by that point?
Yes.
Wait, why would his kid need to be 9?
Or I guess I think just like a few years, like 4 years later, then FNAF 4, where Bite of 83,
right?
He's like 12.
So then he's like a preteen.
Because that's
somewhere around then.
That's I don't know how old they look because they're like sprites, but I guess that's kind of what I assume. They're like teenagers almost, or preteens when that happens.
Like 8 or 9, somewhere in there, like.
Well, the problem is they look like bodybuilders. Like their arms are ginormous and stuff.
That's true. Michael's arms are huge. Yeah.
My God.
That's true. People in the 70s did have kids pretty early on. That's true.
And
Rob,
it's
I see what
just
you've done.
It's because our name was like 8 or 9. I was like, no, he was so close to the magic numbers. He was right there, and I thought he was gonna do it, but he didn't.
God.
It's okay.
Yeah, no. That's just my biggest thought. Yeah, overall, though, pretty good theory.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's not as bad as yeah. What the heck? We got scammed. Where's
No, I'm
the
telling
stinker?
you, I thought I was waiting for me to go like, oh yeah, and then Mexis, he's gonna jump into this machine, sacrifice himself, and then it's like this huge, it's like this like reunion. I thought about it, right? We have Mexis, and then we have the staff bot, and then the Cassie all in one pizzaplex, you know, on the roof together. That's why I thought it was gonna go. And I think that's what I got flamed for on Reddit. So I think I got the wrong video, you know. But they're like, why does he think it's a Mexis? And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know. His arms are huge fighting off William. Oh my god, that is true. That is true. All right, I think we'll do one more, and then probably gonna call a little bit earlier, just because I'm gonna go eat and then finish up this video so I can have it out by Thursday, hopefully. Because I didn't go back to school, so.
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to do that, by all means.
Perfect. Let's do one more. I mean, it's gotta be a VAR. I mean, unnamed. But we'll spin the wheel just because it's fun. There you go. The teasers. I actually even give it to you. Let's see.
Oh, did it actually land on me?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, of course.
Oh, I was already watching this one. Bloop, I gotta go back.
I'm glad we got the stinker out of the way for the super stinker, I guess.
No, I'm excited for this one. This one is Old Faces, a big swing with the Secret of the Mimic teasers. Of course, by Unnamed. Anything you want to add here, really quick?
You'll
Let me
notice
stream it
my
for you, by the way.
editing is
Sorry.
much better, but not good, in the sense that, like, I had no editing in the beginning, and there's some editing now. I'm still learning. Don't bully me.
No.
What is... hang on. Let me see this again. What did I say in this theory? Let's see. I honestly don't remember everything. I mean, I know the general gist of what I'm getting at, but
Okay.
I'm curious. Like I don't try to watch my own stuff too much.
Yeah, me neither. That's fair.
So like, this might be a bit of remembering, but again, it is before. If you've got any questions at any point, just feel free to interrupt and ask me. Probably jog my memory.
Perfect.
But yeah, brace yourselves and
Alright.
let's get it.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
First off, I'd like to apologize for it being almost 2 weeks since my last upload. I have recently had a lot of expensive car trouble, so that had to take priority with my time and focus.
Fair.
But today, I finally had time to sit down and look at any news with FNAF, and oh boy, did I come back to a lot. 2 new teasers posted to the Steel Wool YouTube channel, and a lot of speculation I have seen about it. But because I have no fear of having egg on my face, I think I can take it a step further. I think I know who these characters are, and what the eventual reveal is going to be with them. This is going to be a wild one, so strap
remember
in
watching
and
this
get
one.
those eggs
Nice.
ready. Now, I assume you all have seen these teasers, but in case you haven't, a brief overview of both goes like this. In the first video, we see a film reel transition into the animation itself. The animation depicts 2 characters, a man sitting at a desk, and a woman standing in front of the desk. The 2 seem to be in what appears to be an office, a la the cubicles, desk with a typewriter, and filing boxes. It could also be pointed out that the 2 are dressed in a more quote-unquote business professional attire. The man mentions how he is tired, but has a presentation at work in the morning, but is already tired. The woman then suggests he try a coffee from the new Murray's Stay Up Latte machine. She says it will make the perfect cup based on his habits.
Yeah, I remember I said Murray a lot
I
instead of
know,
Murray.
dude. I used to always say that, and I got flamed for it. I was like Murray. I don't know why, but I thought of like the Joker movie was like Murray. That's always that's how I swear. Yeah, that's why I swear you pronounced it. And then 3 videos, I'm like Murray, 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 and then my comments are like, actually, it's Murray. And then he's like, "This is your 3rd video," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." So now I make it a point to be like a Murray.
Just say it like Murray
Right,
from now on.
No, but don't worry. I did the same thing, and I feel like I'm still going to. I don't know. I do sometimes on accident.
It's all good. Just that it's
Right?
I know what you want better than you do. I am always watching and learning. Have another cup, have another cup, have another cup. The animation ends with a scene transition to the morning with a gag about how he stayed up all night and is ready for even more work and is excited about pursuing a promotion. Throughout the animation, we can see what seems to be a realistic-looking cubicle and a nurse animatronic named Dolly, both on what seems to be a separate video bleeding through to the animation. The second animation begins the same as the first, with the film reel transition, only to cut to a catchy tune and a pile of clothes falling from above, as a narrator begins asking if there are clothes creating catastrophic piles, and if the viewer's family is distraught by the untidy nature of their house. As the narrator speaks, we see what appears to be a family of 3.
Wait, is this?
Baby in the center, and mother on the right. What is notable
I don't
is that
remember
the
seeing
man
this
and the
one.
woman
Whoa.
seem to be the same characters as before, just depicted in a different art style. They are also mirroring their positions in the original animation with the man on the left and the woman on the right. The narrator then declares that the solution is here, Murray's magic coat rack. It then
Also
cuts
pretty
to a
sure this is
coat
before
rack
Secret of the
moving
Mimic.
up and down on its own as the narrator is
I can check
explaining
date.
all the
Let's see real quick, just so we know.
Yeah, just before you flame me too
yeah,
hard.
May 25th, so like a good month before.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
This is the month before the game. I still have that excuse. Okay.
Let's see.
For things the code rack can hold. Near the end, we can even see that the code rack can hold you if you are feeling bad, as we see the man holding the code rack, with the code rack embracing him back, all while the man cries with his eyes closed and, very oddly, a smile on his face. The animation closes with the coat rack in front of a spiral as the audio distorts and the tape burns. Throughout this animation, we don't see anything, but if you listen closely, you can hear what seems to be grunts of pain, and at one point a man saying, "My leg." So,
Is that not what happened to
wow,
Edwin?
That's a lot to go over.
Whoa.
So what is
Wait
all
a minute, hang on.
Right, my leg. Is that not what probably happened to Edwin?
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. And like, wait, what? Go over that again. What was that? Like, that was in the teaser?
Yeah, do you want me to like look up the actual teaser?
Like, we can real quick if you guys
Yeah,
want.
whoa,
I totally forgot
right?
about this.
No way they showed us Edwin getting whooped in a teaser.
That is so cool if that's the case.
Right? Let me see. It is the coat rack teaser.
Foreshadowing.
Right? That's insane. Let's see.
Like, there's a part where you, like, I think you can hear very faintly something about a leg.
I remember people going over that. It was really fun.
Here it is. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll turn it up. Oh, that's loud. Sorry.
Are your clothes creating a catastrophic pile? Is your family distraught by the untidy nature of your house? The solution is here, friends. Murray's magic coat rack. Adjusts for any size of clothing. Jackets, hats, cardigans, blazers, bags, shawls, scarves, and more. It'll even hold your pots and pans.
You guys hear? Yeah, he's like, my leg.
No, we
I'll
we
go back.
can't
I'll
hear
turn it up.
anything.
I'll turn it up. Oh, you guys can't see it? Oh, God.
No, I see a white screen.
Man, what is my thing not? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Sorry, guys. We're going to play back so far in unnamed connection. See it. Because Discord doesn't let me just automatically. Okay, here we go. Here
Oh, it is on stream though. I just.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I put
it
it
just
up.
would have been.
We'll rewatch it. Ready? I'll turn up the volume too.
Yeah.
If just a little warning, it might be loud, so you guys can turn your volume down. Anyone watching on
Yeah.
here we go.
Yep.
Shawls, scarves, and more. It'll even hold your pots and pans, or your pets, or you, if you're feeling down. Order several.
Yeah, there's one right there. I forget where the leg part is.
Oh, I can. It was like right here. I can play it again, but yeah, everyone's like, "Holy, I'm sorry, it feels really loud." I'm play it one more time if you guys want. It's like right here.
Cardigans, lasers, bags, shawls, scarves, and more. It'll even hold your.
Yeah, something my leg.
And then I can pull up the.
It was
actual
something
voice
my
line.
leg. And that was Edwin for sure.
Right.
That's super cool. Interesting.
Right, that's crazy. I don't think that's insane. The fact that they.
So wait a minute.
And here I was
He was
convinced that the employees were going to lose limbs throughout the game.
Was he alive to record that? Or have that be recorded? Like, was the mimic recording that when he got trapped?
I mean, it's recorded on the audio tape.
Like, yeah, how else would it have gotten in there?
Sure.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm trying to look up the explosion part on the actual gameplay.
They would have been teasing that before the game even dropped. Like,
Right?
that is,
that is
bonkers.
insane. Where is it? Oh, I swear it's in one of my videos, but I don't know which one either. I'm just looking at like the full game, which may not be a good idea. Oh, I found it. Wait, no. Is this his office? What? Okay,
that sound. Now that I think about it, it might sound similar to a line he actually says.
Sorry,
He says like, "Can't feel my
Something
legs" or something.
Sorry, this is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
funny.
Like the timbre. Now that I'm thinking about it, sounds similar.
Glitch singer. I feel like Horton hears a. Do you guys ever see that movie? That is so funny. I love that reference. Literally. It is so funny. But yeah, I'm still trying to find it. What video was it? It's one of my videos.
Yeah, no, you're good. That's just what I wonder now. Like, cause I heard my leg. Yeah, it feels like it's like the same exact voice line he gives like during that audio recording.
Right. So yeah, exactly. I'll try to put it up right now. Really, that's why I want to. While it's fresh in my brain that I just heard it.
Right. Cause I guess I thought like this was like its own special voice line, but it might not be. It might just be like a portion of what he says as he's talking to M2.
Yeah, that's his. I can't feel my legs. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is too.
Interesting. So yeah, it's a little sneak in of that line. I can't feel my legs.
Right.
Speaking of legs, what do you think?
Where is
That's
it?
what. So like, that's a bonkers teaser. Then
That is insane. That is so cool though. Okay, come on, I had to have it somewhere. What?
Also, these old commercials were peak as well for it.
I wish we got a bit more promotion, but nonetheless, still cool.
Right.
Yeah, they went hardcore with promoting the game once it was out.
Right, yeah, if they did all those teasers like before, oof, peak.
I mean, partially I get, it is FNAF, like it's still big enough to where it's like, do you really need a massive marketing team?
That's true, because I'm pretty sure the game did well, if I remember. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them have gotten, like, one up to the last one.
Right? Oh my god, I cannot find this voice line. Bro.
And at least for me, the story's not fallen off yet, as it were.
Guys, I cannot find this voice line. I'm so sorry, chat. Listen to the other ones. Also background Edwin. It's also Edwin in the background. Okay, wait, when do you find them? Like, yeah, when do you go to Edwin's, like, blown up office? At the end? Like, the very end? Or before the end?
Yeah. In the... What is it? Parachute ending.
Parachute ending. Did this man do the parachute ending? He didn't. He did the bad ending. No wonder. Saying a game archivist. It's okay, because I use his videos all the time. Okay, I think I found it, perhaps. Mayhaps. Oh, he did multiple endings. Okay, I see. Okay, because after he talked to Fiona...
What do you mean?
Like, when you go to his home office, is it after... Yes, finally. Okay. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. And then let me stream
Where
this
there's
to
the
you
blown out
guys.
office.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then now you guys should see it on Discord. Okay, so here is the voice line, everyone. Ready? Listen up, listen up, listen up, chat. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn it up a bit. Oh, that's... Okay. A bit more. Nope, that's just what it was. Okay.
Please. I can't move. You can't feel my legs.
Oh.
You know, speaking of legs, what do you think?
Yep, that's the exact
I just
line.
finished mine. There are still a few kinks to work out.
I can't
checked
believe
all
I
the
didn't
my
first
realize.
hundreds
Allstate.
on my car insurance.
Sorry, guys. Allstate interrupted me. Allstate, not
That's
even
so funny.
sponsoring me.
Oh my Allstate.
Alright. And I can't skip it, man. Now we got Sarah V. I think Sarah V's good. Actually, I don't know.
God.
Okay, here we go. Let's see again.
I lost my temper. I was all gonna fix you. Please, call for help. And two, respond.
Oh, can't right now, buddy. We can do something fun tomorrow. I promise. Ask your mom if she's not busy.
And two, help.
Wow.
You guys see Pure Hydra's comment?
All of them lose their legs, just like Edwin, Jackie, Big Top Lower Half is lost, Nurse Dolly legs, and Chica's rolling skates. They can mimic. Huh. That is interesting. That's a
I've been
good
chewing
point.
on that one. Yeah.
Huh. Right, because we all thought it was going to be hands, because all the things had promotional things for like their arms, losing arms or whatever, but interesting.
Yes.
You can hear the mimic speak at the end of Mycelium Men commercial. That's cool. Interesting. Yeah, that's. I can't believe that they revealed that in the teaser.
Right, it just totally slipped my mind to
Yeah,
like
after
it
seeing
was
it, I was like,
mentioned
wait, I heard the
here.
legs. I was like, wait a minute. As in Edwin's poor legs.
So yeah, I guess they. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm also wondering that too. If they're teasing this, or like, like in the actual teaser for the game, is the parachute ending the canon ending?
Oh, whoa.
I mean, you know,
That's
like I really,
pretty cool
wishful
idea,
thinking
yeah.
maybe, but like, why is it a voice line that you can only get in that ending
That
in
you hear
particular?
here, right.
I wonder.
That is a really, really good point.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean,
I
maybe
like
I'm
that a lot. That's cool.
coping
No,
because
I
I
think it's
want
really cool. No,
parachute
and
to be
that's a
canon.
really good point. Like that could be literally why we hear it. You know, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, like, would they tease a non-canon ending?
Right, exactly. Parachute confirmed canon. Honestly,
Parachute confirmed canon.
Just saying, yeah, you're right. It's the only time we can hear it is in the parachute ending.
Yeah, because you got to be able to go up into the attic to get to that audio
Yeah.
tape.
But yeah, Omnisoap also brings up, well, maybe, but the tapes are recorded regardless, so that's true. It still exists anyways, but I don't know.
Sure.
That's interesting though. That just from the parachute ending, that's a really good point. Yeah, I'm stealing that from you, unnamed. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's just my thought. Like, would like whether it or not it exists in the worlds, would they show us a line that we wouldn't see as the players unless we get that ending?
Right. Unusual Care said, "Let's go, Stickman."
Let's go, Stick. This is just my massive cope that I just thought of, but it's like, please let Parachute begin.
No, that's
and
cool. I
I
like
don't
that a
want the
lot.
secret ending.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, I don't think I've really seen anyone else bring that up. The fact that it's here, that's cool.
Broken clock is right twice a day. I mean, I like that idea now, and I'll probably hang on to that now, but...
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna cling to it and cope and hope the Parachute really is the canon ending now.
Me too, but yeah, I don't think we'd find out until a DLC somewhere along the lines.
What do you think, V? You've been quiet.
I think he hates it.
Well, I kind of don't really think, in classic FNAF fashion, that any one ending is the only one that happens.
Ooh.
Because some of them could still merge together.
Well, they all happen. It's just which one of them's canon. Well, and the things in each of the endings are canon, I should say specifically. I do think that.
Right.
But like, I guess that's a question for you, V. Like, you've been more quiet on that. Do you not jive with the Parachute ending?
I'm perfectly fine with, like, for me, all three of them have a whole big route as in, like, a path that they can follow story-wise. So, like, narratively, all three of them work really well in my mind. But I personally think, since there's nothing else in the series about White Tiger and all those like hauntings and whatnot that are going on, it's like I feel like David had to have had a Happiest Day or something.
And I agree, before 1983, and that's why I also cope and think we are going to be getting something between 79 and 83 that finishes that.
Like
but at the same time, it really depends on F10 as well, because like what actually happens when Arnold uses the data diver. Like, yes, he goes to sleep, but like we don't know yet like what that actually does. Nope. I assume it's like a Happiest Day thing, but like I don't know that.
Wait, sorry, I had a question. So does in the fire and the Parachute ending, does that burn everything or just like the surface? Like, are we saying it burned down F10 or no?
House and makes it to the factory. We see the fire even in the lower levels. So like, I'm
that
going
F10
with most
is cooked.
No, because that's way down there. So I mean, like she's probably still around, but
more just like the middle level thing is burned.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, okay.
And the upper factory and house for sure. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
So do you think the secret ending then, V?
Or a merging of the endings, but it's like if we end up seeing in Ruin like more Tiger related stuff or David related stuff, I can see it being
it would just feel. I don't know if you guys will, for me, it almost feel weird. Yeah, weird or random, just because I guess we haven't seen him until this point. Like, there has to be some event, or something that almost awakens him, if that makes sense.
Like in a coma, but even that would be weird because it's like Cassidy and the Crying Child are kind of doing that in Golden Freddy the entire time too. So what has David just been like hitting the gritty for what?
Yeah, exactly.
50 years in the basement, right? Like, and nobody sees a whiff of him ever, and it's like, oh yeah, he was here the whole time, God. Like,
or like, what
I don't
if
know,
he's just not vengeful in a sense, and he like is a good guy, and he helps us. He helps Cassie.
Isn't that a theory? That,
yeah,
like David is the
he's like trying to play with us, hide and seek, and or sorry, I think I meant something else, but I meant more like he's a good guy in Secret of the Mimic.
Right, which is also why I think they would have like made that different to like show that isn't the case.
Yeah.
That they act so differently. Yeah, I don't know. I
like some sort of
I like that idea at least.
I love that.
Some sort. Oh yeah, that's what it is. God David.
That's fire.
I need to actually sit down and listen to that at some point.
That's really cool. I also watch Fazbear's Entertainment. He has like a they say like a DLC part of it almost. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of other theories I need to catch up on.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I need to remember that what is it, that they were teasing Parachute in the teasers. which makes me
Yeah, no, that's just really cool. It's cool to think about. Yeah. Pure Hydro also brings up a good point. Parachute.exe is to prevent a fall fest, or why parachute? That's a interesting point. Why parachute? I like
that's
the
a
fall
good
fest.
point
I
too.
like
Maybe
fall fest. I like that.
Subtly hinting fall fest. It all comes back to fall fest.
Literally,
There will
yeah,
be.
it has to.
I mean, like, what would you guys think if we get to see? I don't know, the fall fest of 1980, 1981, 1982, like any between 79 and 83. And then everything with David gets resolved, and then all of that is wrapped up before, like, the big events of the main timeline really start in 83.
Right. That yeah, I could be okay with that because it would explain why he's not anywhere else. But that would be separate from the Mimic because obviously the Mimic is still here in Ruin. So I just wonder how they pull that off. But it could work. No, I like that. I guess yeah, I don't know. I said it last time, and I find it hard to believe that they're going back to the past again because with the Secret of the Mimic teaser, it just made it seem like a one-time thing. You know, like hey, before we move on to the Ruin, you need to understand the past, and then like we did now, in some sense, we understand the past. And then now we're going back is what it feels like. But I could be wrong. I could also just be wrong. And yeah, like the DLC is a part of it. Yeah.
Please
I hate Fast Fest. Sounds like Fall Fest. Yeah, Fall definitely you know, parallel.
Fast Fest is the movie, right?
Yeah, movie versions of Fall Fest maybe. What if they make a modern dawn? Yeah, that's what I want. I hope we get Abyss, and then you know Mimic escapes and wanders off to a modern day Fall Fest. And we talked about this last time, you know. And then Cassie, Gregory, Michael, and Vanessa go through the sister location bunker, and then they end up on the top of the hill, you know, where the house was. And Cassie's like, "What's that down there?" And then Gregory's
like, "That's wandered to Fall Fest, yeah."
And then it cuts off. That's literally how it's gotta happen.
That could work. Yeah, we get Abyss, and then it like finishes off with a and then in a Fall Fest game, you can see things that allude to past Fall Fest.
Mask, the Vanny mask's still there. You can wear it on, and it takes you to different points in the timeline. We find out the fire, Fiona, and some sort of conclusion if you want to, David.
Imagine going through like a Fazbear themed carnival with an AR mask.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be super cool.
Carnivals and fairs are already kind of like visually trippy and just like very stimulating. So it's like doing that with AR on top of that sounds bananas. All of this Fall Fest talk, but are you prepared to eat the shoe? I am still hoping there will be Fall Fest something before the end of this arc. I have until the end of this arc.
That is true, yeah. Var is eating a croc, and then unnamed working boot is what we agreed.
I didn't say working boot. What is it? I was doing a hey dude.
Abyss, that's just babies. Yeah, well, I'll probably no. I think I there's no way. There's no way.
It's gonna come trust.
No, I'm telling you, I think modern day would be the best solution. And then, like I said, go in between periods, or it could be really cool. But I think we are gonna stop it there, just because I'm gonna go eat and then finish up this video. So we will save this part 2. We'll definitely do a second. This was a lot of fun. I think it'd be fun.
Yes.
So we're gonna pick more videos out, and then probably maybe even next stream or the one after that, we'll keep talking about it. So yeah, thank you to Var and Unnamed for joining, like always. Thank you to everyone in chat. Really fun reactions today, I think. Like Var said a lot of times, yeah. Also step away for a moment. So thank you to Omnisoap, Glitch Stinger, Mr. 3D Gaming, Pure Hydro, Hapstut. Thank you to Var, who was here, of course. Mio, thank you. I think that should be, so yes, thank you everyone. Unusual Carrot as well. Thank you for joining and hear us be insane about the FNAF lore. So yeah, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we stream next couple of days, and again reacting to them. So yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good night, everyone. See you guys next time. Var and Named, any last words?
V.
Have a good evening.
There will be Fall Fest. Trust, believe everyone.
Yes, there will. Yes,
believe, and it'll happen. Also, keep emailing Scott.
I was about to say that. Yeah, we still need. Yeah, we still need answers.
Find his email for me. I will write him an email, please. But yeah, have a good night, guys. We'll finish it out soon, and thank you as always.
Yeah, make sure to check out both their channels, like and subscribe, please, for them, and then me if you want. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you.
I know one of you is still here.